Hello guys, it's me, Dom, in the wrestling kitchen. How's it going? I did a little secret stream. Oh, you can hear. Oh, hang on, at least I know the audio is working. That's good. Yeah, I did a little bit of a secret stream of my own there. You got a glimpse of my bearded face before we even began. Sorry, I'm a little late tonight. I wanted to do Impact. We are going to do Impact. We're going to do Hard to Kill tonight with Kenny Omega, the AEW champion, invading Impact Wrestling with the Good Brothers, who are, of course, the Impact Tag Team Champions. There is Karate Man versus Ethan Page. They are both the same person. That is going to be mental. And, of course, Havok and Nevaeh, who we've interviewed for this channel, are competing for the Tag Team Championships tonight. This could be a really good one, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Dom. This is the Wrestling Kitchen. It is 10 minutes to Hard to Kill, 10 minutes to 1 a.m. UK time. On behalf of Anthony, I thank you all for joining us. Really, really appreciate it again. Sorry, I'm a little bit later than planned, probably about 5-10 minutes. Just had to kind of pull everything together. Eve is in. Hey, hey Dan, how you doing? Wonderful stream last night with Anthony, mate. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. It was wonderful, amazing to have you in. Just your knowledge, your vibe, your general presence, mate. It's beautiful. Crazy Ginger's in. Hello, LMAO. Dom is here. Yes, I am. I am here today and I'm here tomorrow. I'm doing a Brody Lee and Moxley from CZW watch along. Anthony may or may not be joining me for that one. He is currently resting with a headache. He's just having a bit of a night off because obviously he's done loads of streaming. He's actually, bless him, he's agreed to do Raw for me on Monday as I'm headed to a doctor's appointment. So yeah, he's got a big week ahead of him as well. So I am covering tonight. Let's see what we've got in the chat. So Scott Frame says, big WrestleMania news. April 10 and April 11th will be Mania this year from Raymond James Stadium. Next year is Dallas and 2023 from LA, according to Fightful. Thank you very much, Scott, for that knowledge. Dropping the knowledge bombs right here on the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling podcast. Right here in the Wrestling Kitchen. Loving it. I didn't even make my brew. Oh, man, I set the kettle. I put the kettle on. And I set it to go. There's even I think there's water in the cup, but I haven't made the brew. So at some point you're gonna see me in the foreseeable future get up and make this brew. Yeah, because I really need a cup of tea to get me through the next few hours. We are 7 minutes away from Hard to Kill. I am super duper excited. Anthony has dropped in with an because he's in pain. He's got his headache. As much as I want the Bills, but the Ravens, Pack, Saints, or Chiefs, this is American football. Crazy futuristic. I have no idea what you're talking about. But thank you for dropping in. Thank you for being here. Jack, of course, with a yippity yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. Jack, king of the mods. Muck Morrow. Take over, Jack. I am going to go finish my brew. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to make it and I'll be back. Bear with me. Hold on a tick. Alright. I got my cup of tea. We've got 6 minutes to Impact. This is my Buffy mug, which I bring to every stream. I should really be on brand and have Gimme a Whole Year merch. I know Anthony always does, but I am not that good. Yeah, Anthony says he's got a post SmackDown headache. Eve says, I also have a splitting headache for some reason, so I'm blaming the stream last night, seeing as we're both feeling it. Yeah, it must be a problem with SmackDown. Although apparently, like I say, it was really good. I enjoyed watching you guys do it. I think that might have been something to do with the people, though. Like, you guys doing it is always entertaining. Like, honestly, I feel so privileged to have you be part of the channel. I feel so privileged to have you guys show up and be here with me. It's just so cool. It was just really cool. I really enjoyed watching it. You made SmackDown. I watched a lot of it first thing this morning. And yeah, definitely was pretty entertaining. I loved your poem, Eve, at the end. That was pretty good. I'm going to stop calling you Dan. I need to stop calling you Eve. It was us discussing WWE logic last night that ruined us. Yeah, absolutely. There is no such thing, really. We are 4 minutes. We are 4 minutes and 44 seconds away from Impact Hard to Kill, guys. What are you guys looking forward to tonight? I'm watching it on Fight. If you guys are, watching it there, let's have a look at the card. I need to look at the description that I've put in just to check the card. We have we have Manik, Chris Bay and Rohit Raju. I really like Rohit Raju's work. Obviously, Chris Bay's a superstar, and Manik I've always enjoyed. One of my headphones has just dropped out. This is the problem with having wireless headphones. Deonna Purrazzo, who we've obviously done an interview with on the channel, is going to be in action as well against Taya Valkyrie. A lot of people saying that Taya Valkyrie is going to end up in WWE soon, so we'll see what happens there. We have Eric Young, Deonna, and Joe Doering. Deanna's obviously just joined Eric Young to take on Cousin Jake, who was Deanna's former tag team partner, Rhino and Tommy Dreamer. A little bit of old school ECW action there. Eddie Edwards versus Sami Callihan in a barbed wire massacre. So of course we're going to see some of that ECW, some of that ECW vibe, that kind of hardcore vibe. We may see a cinematic match. I don't have any idea how else they could do the Karate Man versus Ethan Page match, because it's the same guy versus the same guy. So yeah, I have zero idea how they're going to do that if it's not cinematic. So it must be obviously the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus so that's Karl Anderson and Doc Gallows with Don Callis versus Rich Swann, and it was going to be the Motor City Machine Guns, but I believe Alex Shelley is out, so now Sabin's going to be teaming with Moose. Havok and Nevaeh, of course, the tag team, are going to be fighting Kiera, Hogan and Tasha Shields for the tag team championships, of course. Like I said in the beginning, you can see an interview with Havok and Nevaeh Anthony did on the channel. I am going to dip my head, which is going to look quite dodgy. I'm going to dip my head towards the floor to get my headphone. So bear with me, guys. Hold on a tick. I was going to do some kind of like weird visual thing where I just dropped out the frame like I was walking downstairs, but I'm not that clever. So hang on a sec. Hang on. I'm going to turn the sound off because I'm going to probably break some stuff. Hold on. Got it. It makes everything a little bit easier having Bluetooth headphones, but equally, when they drop off, you're like, what am I doing? Let's see. Anthony says he's pleasuring himself. I am not pleasuring myself. That would be, I'd have to be bigger to do that. And, you know, I'm not the biggest dude. Let's have a look. If there is any friggin' hide and seek, tiddlywinks or hopscotch segment on Raw, we'll be stopping it immediately. Oh yeah, Anthony said because he's doing Raw, he's going to stop it as soon as he starts hating it. So that'll be 5 minutes into Raw. Let's see. Thank you, Dom. Kind of you to say enjoyed it too. A good community here. Well, thank you very much, Dan. That's awesome. And like I say, wicked to have you be a part of it. Let's see. What's Jack digging at Raw? For a show which didn't have a hide and seek main event, it was still good. Hey man, I'm excited to see. I love the Fiend. I like the Hurt Business. There's a reason I chose to do Raw. You know, I dig the Hurt Business. I dig Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy. I love The Fiend and Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton and what they're doing. By the way, I was watching the one thing WWE have gotten right recently is the Luke Harper special on the network. Brody Lee, of course. They've got a good selection of matches on there, including Randy Orton versus Luke Harper with a commentary from Orton beforehand. It was Elimination Chamber, I think 2017. It was a really good match. So I watched a little bit of that earlier when I was procrastinating from the work I'm doing. Give me a whole backstage info. Dom had 2 of his ribs removed. No, I did not. That is fake news, Anthony. We are 9 seconds away from Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill. Hopefully this comes through on my swanky Bluetooth headphones. If it doesn't, that would be a typical give me a whole botch. Can I hear what's going on? We are ready to go on the Fight Network, guys. Hopefully you are watching it as well. I've got a federal law notice, just saying not to copy it, obviously. Hopefully you guys are there with me. And apparently I can end up with 5 years in prison and a $25,000 fine if this gets copied. Well, I'm not doing that because we don't have any of that, do we? You just have me on the screen. Sorry, it's just me. Hi. Let's go. Okay, cool. We're ready. So it's Eric Young. Eric Young is on the screen first. New Year is upon us. We're getting some epic music from a couple of dudes with water being drenched on them. That's a lot, but okay. I'm actually really looking forward to that Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan barbed wire match. That'll be like old school. And remember, there is an interview with Eddie Edwards on the channel as well. I interviewed him when he was Impact Champion. We're getting some AEW stuff on Impact Wrestling. We're getting Kenny Omega's rise to the AEW Championship. This is cool, isn't it? This is pretty revolutionary, having in 2021, having the AEW and Impact guys team up. I think just because they've just shown up, one of my bucket list interviews for this year has got to be the Good Brothers, man. I've been chasing a Good Brothers interview for a long time, and it's great to see them have such a positive, be able to cross promotions and be as good a tag team as they're supposed to be, as popular a tag team as they're supposed to be. Let's have a look, see what I missed. I have Bluetooth Evans too. The nightmare is when my right one falls at the gym. Fortunately, your gym is closed. Please don't end more early. It's only 3 hours with the best wrestler in the world, Nia Jax. Yeah, I know, Anthony. Why would you want to end that early? Why would you want to end that early? I thought Mania 2022 was going to be in Hollywood, but I guess they decided 2023. Yeah. So, Moose has been drafted into the main event, of course, and Rich Swann is not happy about that. Recapping their feud, Moose and Rich Swann. So there's obviously going to be some problems, some issues between Rich Swann and Moose. He's a beast, isn't he? Isn't Moose a beast? Probably doesn't get as much props as he deserves. Is he raising a fist? He's raising a fist to Rich Swann. He gives Rich Swann a fist bump, and he gives Chris Sabin a fist bump. We're set up, and it's hard to kill, guys. All right, let's do this. Josh Matthews just signed a shiny new contract with Impact Wrestling on the commentary. Jack wants WrestleMania at Wembley. One day, mate. One day. I would hope so. I would hope we will get WrestleMania at Wembley. What are we starting with? Let's see. Is that Sami Callihan? The static hand. It's Decay. So it's Rosemary, is it? Yeah. Alright, okay. So we're getting Rosemary and Crazy Steve, who of course Decay. The third member of that was Abyss. And Abyss is now in WWE backstage. So Decay are back. Rosemary and Crazy Steve. This is cool. I haven't seen Decay in a while in Impact Wrestling. They used to have, fun fact for me and Anthony, they used to have Marilyn Manson's The Nobodies as their theme when Billy Corgan was in charge of Impact, and obviously he's mates with the singer. But now Billy Corgan has nothing to do with Impact Wrestling, so they do not. But yes, here they go. They're being all creepy, doing their creepy thing, crawling up towards the camera, just generally being sort of goths, you know, doing that goth thing. Let's see what happens. I wasn't expecting this match. We won't get match at Mania at Wembley. Maybe SummerSlam at a push. Yeah, I agree, Anthony. SummerSlam has that history with Wembley, so that I think could be done. But I don't think we're ever gonna. I don't think we're ever gonna get a WrestleMania in the UK, unfortunately. So Tennille Dashwood is out now. Of course, the former Emma from WWE, for those who don't know, with her personal photographer. How very vain. So yeah, Tennille Dashwood with Caleb with a K. Caleb Connolly is the personal photographer. Too many goths on Impact. Anthony is making a dig at me and my comment about too many goths on AEW and too many people using the kind of goth gimmick. I still believe that to be true of AEW. I know that Rosemary's pretty much... Well, there's Rosemary and Crazy Steve are pretty much the weirdos, the resident weirdos of Impact. Certainly in AEW you've got Abaddon the Zombie, you've got the sort of skater goth Darby Allin, and you've got... what's his name? Luther, who's been around for like decades. So yeah, there's definitely too many people using that kind of gimmick. I mean, I probably would as well if I was going to be a wrestler. But yeah, I think it's an overused trope. So we're getting so Caleb Connolly, who's obviously the photographer, and Tennille Dashwood versus Crazy Steve and Rosemary, which is I think just a quick add-on to this card. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this goes. I enjoy Crazy Steve's face paint. It's pretty cool. You know, Crazy Steve is registered blind. Again, one of my bucket list interviews to do. Once I approached him, and he wasn't, he didn't fancy it. He said he wasn't doing interviews at the moment, but he's somebody I would love to do one day because, like I say, he's obviously had an interesting career up until this point. I know he had a tryout with WWE at one point as well. Which was kind of what led up to the breakup of Decay with Abyss leaving as well. Dom, when you made your brew, I believe you placed the tea cozy on your head and left it on. That's my hat. Thank you, Anthony. I think Mania will never go outside of USA, maybe Canada at a push, but that's it. Yeah, I don't think it's ever... I think that's an institution for WWE, guys. I don't think we're ever going to get WrestleMania outside of America. So Rosemary is now biting the arm of Caleb Connolly. Caleb Connolly looks like he was going to jump on the outside, but Rosemary's just hanging out there. He's going to jump on Crazy Steve, but... oh, yeah, no. Crazy Steve was ready for it. He was ready for it. Caught him with a chop. Let's have a look. It's been in Canada twice, 6 and 18, I think. Thank you, Jack. That's why you're here. That's why you're here, mate. Of course, it's been in Canada 2 times. I didn't know that. I did know that because it's on the podcast back in the day when we were doing our pre-taped Wrestling Rewind series. So I will have known it at the time, but I've forgotten. So thank you very much for being there and correcting me. Bloody hell, Rosemary looks cool. Man, I want to see Rosemary in AEW with this crossover between Impact and AEW. And I also want to see, I'd love to see Rosemary in WWE, you know, because whether I know Anthony's a big AEW mark, but I'm still a WWE guy at heart. I even enjoy Raw occasionally. It's taken me months to realise, but Dom and I wear the same tea cozy on our heads. There we go, we have the same hat. That's nice to know, Jack. I appreciate it. So Tenille Dashwood is now in. You have Rosemary writhing on the floor. Big kick to the back from Tenille Dashwood. Yeah. So let's see, guys. What are your hopes for tonight? How's everybody feeling? We don't often get to do Impact Wrestling stuff, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to this. I have been a big supporter of Impact for a long time, so it's nice to do stuff like this, and they seem to be in the limelight again as a result of their partnership with AEW. Of course, Impact, during the early 2000s had Hogan, Flair, Mick Foley, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Raven, all at the same time. CM Punk was in there for a little while. So of course, mid 2000s, Impact was everything to a lot of people, and it's obviously fallen off the radar. Pretty much for people until recently with this AEW collab. Big suplex from Tenille Dashwood onto Rosemary. Impact. Oh, right. Anthony's going to correct me, and he's going to have great joy in doing this. Crazy Steve, Havok, Rosemary, Rhino, Scum, Callihan, Su Yung, way more goths on Impact. Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right, Anthony. I'll give you that one. Rosemary cannot get the tag to Crazy Steve. Rosemary pushes Tenille away and does get the tag. Crazy Steve is in. He looks a bit like a cow from the waist down with his attire. What's he doing here? Snap mare from Crazy Steve and a neck crank, an ovacious neck crank from Crazy Steve. Crazy Steve whips in, reversed by Caleb. And Crazy Steve reverses it into a roll-up, but no. Oh. Like, that was like a R-Truth style, what do you call that? I don't know, but it's the same move R-Truth uses. Tenille Dashwood now in to distract Crazy Steve from the pin. Crazy Steve going chasing after Tenille. And Caleb Conley gets a nice drop kick. Very impressive. Did anybody see I caught the highlights of the former Rascals, who are of course a tag team in Impact. They debuted as part of the Dusty Rhodes Classic on last week on Wednesday. So two of the Rascals are now in WWE, and they were part of that. They were part of that opening first round. They faced Isaiah Swerve Scott, and his partner. Jake Atlas, there you go. That was Isaiah's Swerve partner against what now are the Rascals. They've been rebranded. They've got a new name. Caleb Conley looking very arrogant in the ring now with Crazy Steve down. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. It's lovely having you here. Tenille Dashwood and Caleb setting up for a move. Caleb Conley being filmed by Tenille as he goes for a moonsault but misses. She was filming it on her phone. Phone goes down. Tenille gets tagged in, and so does Rosemary. Rosemary hits the clothesline, hits the second clothesline, and we get the third. Oh, no. Like a sling blade, like a really lazy sling blade from Rosemary there. Big clothesline in the corner. And an over-the-head suplex by Rosemary. Very cool. Rosemary can be a bit of a hit and miss with the moveset, but I'm a huge fan. Jack says perv cam onto Neil's bum. Yeah, I caught that. Double team from Crazy Steve and Rosemary. Oh no. Yeah. Are they getting a choke slam? Double choke slam. Yes, double choke slam from Crazy Steve and Rosemary on Caleb. 2 and break up from Tenille Dashwood. That was slow. That was quite a slow build there. Spear from Rosemary. I often find the action Impact can drag a little more than AEW and WWE. It tends to be a bit slower pace. But big props to them, of course, for not having anybody in the arena aside from the performers and the referees. Obviously, the pace is a bit more notable when there's absolutely no fans there. Impact have been the most COVID conscious organisation through the COVID era. Crazy Steve in the arms of Caleb. Referee blocking to Neil Dashwood from using what looks like hairspray, maybe. Crazy Steve went for the mist, but got to Neil Dashwood. Caleb ducked, and Crazy Steve missed it to Neil Dashwood. Caleb ducks a clothesline from Crazy Steve with a really, really good chop. Probably one of the best chops I've seen in a while from Caleb. He reminds me a lot of Brian Christopher, does this Caleb Connolly. Caleb now dragging the hair of Rosemary, and Rosemary gets the mist as well. The green mist this time from Rosemary. He's blinded. The green mist spit on Caleb Connolly, and Crazy Steve on the second rope with his flying DDT. Love that. Love seeing a good DDT. 1, 2, 3. Crazy Steve with the win for the newly reformed Decay. This is the first time I think we've seen Decay back in Impact as a tag team for a long time, and I am super, super happy to see it. Rosemary should not be able to come back. She just got kicked by a 6 foot, 200-pound man, but she's undead, Crazy Ginger. That's her gimmick, isn't it? She's undead. She can come back from anything, right? So, yeah. So Decay are now back on Hard to Kill. It's pretty cool. Rosemary and Crazy Steve celebrating in the ring. Creepy goths. Gotta love them. Yeah, that's cool. I'm fine with that as a starting match. Why are referees so daft? I think that's their thing, isn't it? That's their thing, isn't it? So we have D'Lo Brown. That's the other voice. We have D'Lo Brown and Matt Striker. I got the commentators wrong. I know that Josh has just signed a new contract with Impact, but obviously Matt Striker has as well. I haven't seen Matt Striker in a while. D'Lo Brown, of course, a staple of Impact Wrestling for many years as part of Aces and Eights. Okay, there's going to be a Hard to Kill DVD. Who even uses those anymore? So yeah. So we got D'Lo Brown and Matt Striker, who was of course fantastic on Lucha Underground. So running down the card, Kiera, Hogan, Tasha Steelz versus Havok and Nevaeh. Once again, a good time to plug our recent interview with Havok and Nevaeh on the channel. D'Lo Brown's a hero of yours. Thank you, Jack. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. D'Lo was great. Loved his frog splash. Chris Bay, who many look to be the future of Impact Wrestling, versus Manik and Rohit Raju for the X Division Championship. That should be fantastic. Manik, of course, TJP in disguise. Eric Young, Deonna and Joe Doering versus Rhino, Tommy Dreamer and Cousin Jake in an old school rules match. Is that, I don't know what that means. Is it a hardcore tag team match? Let's see. We have the Knockouts Championship on the line. Taya Valkyrie versus Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna, of course, is another champion that we have interviewed on the Give Me a Whole Year Wrestling podcast. Go and check out our interview with Deonna. The Karate Man and Ethan Page, which is really weird because Ethan Page and the Karate Man are like the same person. So we'll see. And then Eddie Edwards versus Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan, probably one of the more underrated wrestlers on the planet, in my opinion. Faces Eddie Edwards, in this hardcore, old school sort of Extreme Rules barbed wire match. And then you get Kenny Omega with Don Callis and the Good Brothers. We're facing Rich Swann, Moose, and Chris Sabin. So a lot of Impact kind of lifers there. You got now Rich Swann, Moose, and Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin's been around for a long time. Versus AEW's world champion Kenny Omega with the Good Brothers, who are the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. What a collaboration from AEW and Impact Wrestling that's led to this pay-per-view, guys. I'm well excited to see it. So we're getting a recap from something earlier today. Don Callis backstage coming in with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega representing Don Callis with an invisible hand t-shirt. Don Callis and the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers hitting some poor innocent dude in the nads. What a shame. What a shame. So I think we're getting now... we're getting Joe Doering and Eric Young and the story of their alliance now. So you got Joe Doering and Eric Young teaming up now, seeing their dominance, and then Rhino now standing up, the last ever, of course, ECW champion, standing up to Doering and Eric Young, and then Rhino being hit in the face by Eric Young. Recap of Eric Young's destruction of Tommy Dreamer. Eric Young saying the sickness is everywhere, which is obviously very timely, and he is the cure. Eric Young with a debilitating pile driver and getting a bunch of shots of that devastating pile driver that Eric Young possesses. Eric Young saying he's going to baptize the opposite team in the holy water of change, whatever that means. Got Cousin Jake in the cell with Eric Young from that promo from the last pay-per-view where Eric Young was in all those cells. You see Cousin Jake coming out of the cells now. So Deonna now teaming with Eric Young, Cousin Jake. Cousin Jake, of course, taking exception to that because Deonna is his former tag team partner. Elijah Young was the last ECW champion. No, the last ECW champ, the last of the real ECW champions. Jack, I'm sorry. I know you're correct technically, but I'm talking about the original ECW, so that's what we're going to go with. And we're getting a bit of a classic ECW pair-up, Rhino and Dreamer, teaming up now. D'Lo also has the hardest, loudest chop in pro wrestling. Thank you very much, Eve. Good to know. I like D'Lo's theme in WWE. It's just crazy ginger. Yeah, me too. I love that. It's truly brutal. Oh man, I can only imagine what it's like to see. I can't remember if I saw D'Lo Brown live back in the day, but I never got to see a chop. So we're getting Eric Young out in his slapjack mask, in his retribution mask. You have Violent by Design. Violent by Design is now the tag team name of Cody, Deonna and Eric Young. So that's a new thing. That's a new development. The real ECW, not fake ECW. Yeah, thank you very much, Ginger Jake. That is what I was talking about. I was talking about the old school, the best ECW. Gary Walker says, what site can I watch this on? Mate, I'm currently watching this on Fight. There are a number of places you can go and watch it. I am not going to tell you where you can go, but I am sure there are plenty of legal streams out there that you can find. So go ahead and have a go, and please do join us whenever you can do. I will give you a time stamp so you're aware of where we are. Currently we are, let's have a look where we're in now. We're 23 minutes and 17 seconds in. Gary, if you want to join us, if you can join us. Tommy Dreamer now coming out with his man bun, which is an odd look for Dreamer, but all power to him. It was, of course, people forget and I forget. I watched the wonderful DDP documentary that's on Amazon the other day, and I forget that Tommy Dreamer was the other member of the Nightmare family to lead Cody Rhodes out for his I think his first AEW match, or the match with Nick Aldis in AEW. It was Tommy Dreamer and DDP. And that's, it's weird, isn't it, that? Because Tommy, you forget how much respect a lot of people take the mick out of Tommy Dreamer. But you forget how much respect he garners in the world of pro wrestling. Bit of a legend. So now Cousin Jake is out with Dreamer. And, we're now getting Rhino. Rhino is out now. You got Rhino, Dreamer, and Cousin Jake. Andy from YSJ took chops off D'Lo Brown. Really? One break at work in 2008, I asked him to give me D'Lo chops. Really? When was that? Where was that? How did you get those chops, man? How do you get those chops? So we're seeing Dreamer, Jake, and Rhino face off directly with the newly named Violent by Design. Doering going for Dreamer, Rhino for Deonna, and Cousin Jake with Eric Young now. So literally, old school rules, guys, is anything goes, which has been clarified. Matt Striker's just called Joe Doering the best kept secret in wrestling, which is a good point because I hadn't really heard of him properly until recently. Cousin Jake clotheslining Eric Young out of the ring. And now you got Jake versus Deonna, these former tag team partners together. Now Deonna slapping Cousin Jake, guys. And now Cousin Jake getting straight into Deonna, attacking him. I think this is the first time that Jake and Deonna have really squared off because they're both tag team partners. I believe that Jake has been too reluctant to attack Deonna previously. How you guys enjoying the pay-per-view so far? We have Doering and Rhino in the ring. Doering getting now punched by Rhino. Doering being whipped in by Rhino and a shoulder tackle. D'Lo did a wrestling class in Newcastle in 2006-07. Oh, really? That's good to know, man. Good to know. I did not know that. It's nice to know he was doing stuff like that because he's very intelligent. Again, one of those minds for wrestling that you don't always associate with being, one of the better minds in wrestling. I think he worked backstage at WWE for a long time, and obviously led to his job at Impact. Tommy Dreamer got his nads squashed on the barrier by Deonna, and Doering is squashing Rhino's face into the barrier now, guys. So Eric Young slamming Jake into the apron. Now Jake smashing Eric Young into the apron with Doering with Deonna now biting Tommy Dreamer. And we worked together at Sainsbury's in New York. Oh, cool. Yeah, I do remember you working together. I remember Andy, I do. I remember coming and hanging out with you guys for a bit. Remember the Radio Society and all the drama that enveloped that at YSJ. Eric Young whipped in Tommy Dreamer. Eric Young does the Ric Flair jump over, but gets a tray to the face, a literal tray to the face on Eric Young. And Tommy Dreamer, with his Dusty Rhodes pants, hit a RKO from out of nowhere on Eric Young. Eric Young is down. Dreamer now with a chair. bringing the hardcore vibes versus Doering. Rhino now in with a chair as well. I believe that will lead Jake to get a chair, and yes, it does. Jake is now getting a chair. Cousin Jake, Dreamer, and Rhino with a chair. Doering going for it anyway. Each of them getting chair shots onto Doering. Repeated chair shots. Another Rhino chair shot. Another Jake chair shot. And Dreamer with a running chair shot, but countered by Doering. Counters the Rhino chair shot as well. Hits the chair back into Jake. Doering now fighting back. Doering getting a bite out of Dreamer and a big crossbody on Dreamer. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm still happy to see Tommy Dreamer competing. He's one of my favourite wrestlers of all time. He's not particularly pretty as a wrestler. Doesn't really have a particularly great look, but he's like Dusty Rhodes of the modern era. Probably not the reputation of Dusty, but certainly the look and the vibe. He is like Dusty Rhodes, and he pays tribute to Dusty Rhodes every time he gets in the ring. Deonna now with punches to cousin Jake in the corner. Kicks from Eric Young. I keep confusing Joe Doering for Danny Doering, who was of course an ECW guy. Do you remember Doering and Roadkill? Now that was a cool tag team. Doering now choking Dreamer in the corner. Eric Young and Eric Young and Deonna with Jake in the corner as well. Jake up on the top turnbuckle. Jake manages to counter both guys. Deonna with a big punch to Jake. And Deonna now grabbing Jake by the hair and throwing him on the chairs, guys. Throwing him on the chairs. Cousin Jake got hit by the chairs. And now Deonna looking ferocious. It's a miracle Tommy can still walk. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Little Sainsbury's on Burton. Yeah, I remember the Sainsbury's. I know where it is. And I remember you being there. So Cousin Jake got a plunger there as far as I can see. Got a plunger outside. Now Deonna's in the ring with Dreamer. Man, I'm impressed by Joe Doering here. He's impressing me so far. He's relatively new to me and a really, really cool performer. Joe Doering now got a powerbomb. He's going to powerbomb. Ooh! Wow, that was... I'm not sure that was a botch or not. Dreamer got caught in the head with a superplex. Not sure that was intentional, but it was a cool looking spot. Rhino now in, getting kendo stick shots on Doering. Doering blocks Rhino. Doering's looking tough here with a big choke slam. Big choke slam to Rhino. Doering breaking the kendo stick, looking like a big man. Breaking that nice kendo stick over his knee. What a beast. What a beast is Doering. Doering went for a run on Rhino, got hit. Missed Rhino and got hit by the post. So now Doering is down. Tommy Dreamer's got some thumbtacks in the ring, guys. Eric Young and Dreamer now trading blows. Dreamer with the dusty punches. and the elbow. Are we getting a Dreamer driver onto the thumbtacks? No. Eric Young counters. We'll maybe getting a pile driver onto the thumbtacks. Dreamer counters, and Eric Young gets backdropped onto the thumbtacks, guys. Doering with a big clothesline on Dreamer. Rhino with a huge gore to Doering. Huge gore. Deonna, who I'm guessing they want to make look strong, hits a big DDT on Rhino. And now Deonna versus Jake. Big black hole slam from cousin Jake. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and a breakup from Eric Young with a trash can lid, I believe that was. We're getting the mask. And then we get a pile driver on cousin Jake. 1, 2, 3. There we go. The Eric Young pile driver leading to the win there for Eric Young. Alright, that was pretty good, guys. Nothing mind-blowing there. But decent win for Eric Young and his sort of team, Violent by Design. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm enjoying this new commentary team. To be fair, I prefer D'Lo and Matt Striker to the usual team personally. Maybe they're trying to change it up a bit. So let's see what happens now. Okay. Now you're getting we're getting some trash talking by Violent by Design to the guys who have been defeated in the ring. Let's have a look. For whatever reason, Rich Swann saying he's going to take it to the club, which I'm assuming is win. Moose now coming into the locker room. Chris Sabin and Rich Swann now questioning Moose, even though they did have a fist bump in that promo. Okay. So there, Rich Swann saying that Willie Mack should have been where Moose is, but Moose took him out. Moose says he had to do what he had to do to Willie Mack. Yeah, decent match, good match from says Jack. That's cool. Moose, that's right. Moose says he's Mr. Impact Wrestling to Rich Swann, of course, who is the world champion. Alright, they seem to be on the same page. Now, all getting ready. Moose looking intensely at the camera. Moose looking very intense there. Yuri Butler's in. Hey man, nice to see you, dude. Moose is really good. Yeah, he seems to have improved a lot over the last few months. So I'm super buzzed for that. I'm super buzzed to see he had a great match with EC3 before EC3 got COVID. And yeah, so I'm happy. I'm happy that Musa seems to be on the up in terms of his wrestling career. Now we're seeing Havok and Nevaeh putting a promo together. These two are now in the final of the tag team championships. You've got Kiera, Hogan. So Kiera, Hogan and Tasha Steelz vying for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships. So Kiera and Tasha buying their spot towards this match here, and now we're seeing Havok and Nevaeh run through their spot as well. Havok being able to pin the ECW and WWE legend Jazz to get to this spot. So Havok and Nevaeh. All right, let's see. Havok and Nevaeh looking good. To be honest, even though we've got an interview with those guys on the channel, I believe Kiera, Hogan and Tasha Steelz are going to take this. This is my pick to win. The best of all butlers is here. That's right, Yuri Butler is in the house. Nice to see you, dude. Welcome back. We got the currently vacant tag team championships on the desk with D'Lo Brown and Matt Striker. So yeah, they're vacant and they're ready to be taken up by one of these teams. I'm about to get a little bit of water. Can I hydrate, guys? All right. So who's getting up first? We have so this team is now Fire and Flavor. So Hogan, Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz out first. They are probably my favourites to win this, I would have said. Let's see. Well, this is really exciting for me because I don't get to watch Impact weekly. We do have a working relationship with Impact in the UK, but due to working constraints, I can't always watch the weekly shows. So yeah, it's quite nice to watch this. Some of these guys are new to me, which is exciting, and yeah, some of them I've seen before and I'm really familiar with. So it's cool to watch that. And I know this is always shorter. Impact stuff is always shorter than WWE, at least. I'm pretty sure it's shorter than some AEW pay-per-views. So could be in for a nice, easy night. I think it finishes at 3, this one, and we're already at 1:45. I think, maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong, but we're also quite quickly through some of the matches. So Havok and Nevaeh coming out now. Once again, you can see that interview that Anthony did on the channel with Havok and Nevaeh. Jessica Havok with that spiked mask, which looks oddly similar to Jimmy Havok's mask, but of course we're watching the better Havok in Jessica. So Nevaeh are going to start. Looks like for oh no, they're all going at it. They're all going at it. All 4 of them going at it now. Nevaeh throwing out Hogan. Tasha Steelz now in the ring. Tasha Steelz getting chopped by Nevaeh. I think we're going to see a pretty dominant showing from Havok and Nevaeh, but with the underdog team getting the win in the end. So Tasha Steelz now being whipped into the turnbuckle. Nevaeh getting a splash. And now Havok with a follow-up splash. Yuri Butler says, my birthday is March 10th, 2021. I'm inviting The Undertaker, Kane, Ken Shamrock, The Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and the Divas and the Big Show. I can't wait to see their wrestling gear. Well, yeah, mate, I look forward to you reporting back to me how good your birthday is. I hope it's a great one, and I hope you have a great time. Yuri Butler, Jack says, sounds good, Yuri. Yuri says, and Mankind and the Hardy Boys, Edge, Christian, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon should take the megabus to Pittsburgh. Yes, maybe they should for your birthday. I will hope, and I will believe that they will do that. And I hope that you have a great birthday, Yuri Butler. And I hope, if nothing else, that you stay with us and get to hang out with us while we watch wrestling, because we love having you in with us. We really appreciate it. Big knee from Havok. Big kick to Tasha Steelz, and a big another big kick to Hogan. Havok now dominating the action. Jimmy Havok used to work in TNA. I think the mask thing is a tribute to him. I wouldn't personally. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe you're right. I always thought it was. I know they've had some interaction on Twitter about it. But yeah, I wouldn't, after the speaking out movement, I wouldn't be paying tribute to Jimmy Havok either. But, you know, each to their own. So Hogan went for a cover on Havok, but she kicked out. Hogan now attacking the back of Havok. Good tag team work from the much quicker, much lighter Hogan and Kiera. Wait, no, Hogan and Tasha. A kick out from a big, easy kick out from the much more powerful Jessica Havok. It was Shane's birthday yesterday, Yuri Butler. There you go. Now we know. That's what Jack is here for. Tasha Steelz now whipping Havok into the corner. And a big forearm. Havok counters. Elbow to Hogan. Tasha Steelz is lifted up. Hogan with a really cool spinning drop kick to Havok. In fact, the only time I saw Jimmy Havok in TNA was a set of tapings you sent me tickets to, Dom. Oh, cool, yeah. I remember we used to do competitions with Impact back in the day. I'm glad we could do that. There you go. There's a nice little memory. Nice little memory associated with Soundsphere magazine there. It's nice to do that stuff. Havok now goozling Tasha Steelz. Tasha Steelz counters, gets a sleeper. We got a sleeper from Tasha Steelz to Havok. Can we get some likes on the video, guys? I'm watching the stream, so I'm not watching the video, but do a like train. All right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, choo, and all that knackers. Go and like the video if you're new, which most of you are not, because you've all been here before, because you're a great part of the Hulkamania community. If you can like and subscribe, we really appreciate it. We've had a nice spike in likes and subscriptions recently with Anthony's amazing streaming over the last week, and the guests like Eve joining us. So I really appreciate the support. If you could like the video. Havok had a really cool Samoan drop there. That was cool. Matt Striker just referred to Havok's power as a vulgar display of power. You have Nevaeh now in with clotheslines. And Nevaeh counters with a big elbow. What a great elbow. Now a front. It was like an atomic drop, but no, it was like a face buster. Tasha, wow, that was interesting. You had Nevaeh made Steelz DDT Hogan there with a really cool sort of technical move. So Havok picked up both Steelz and Hogan and managed to get them with a Samoan drop. Havok's like a much better version of Nia Jax, in my opinion. We have Kiera Hogan with a kick to the back of Nevaeh. Nevaeh now on the top turnbuckle. Steelz and Hogan. Jessica Havok being able to counter Steelz and Hogan, lifting them both up and hitting a powerbomb on both of those guys. One arm for each athlete. One arm to each athlete. Havok destroying Steelz and Hogan. Nevaeh with a Velveteen style DDT. That was really cool. And now, same again. Oh no, Tasha Steelz reverses it. Havok pulling Tasha Steelz, I believe. Yep, on the shoulder, Tasha Steelz managed to counter, and she tags in Hogan. Oh, nearly gets a tombstone. No, Hogan manages to counter. Havok misses the splash in the corner. Big kick from Hogan, big over the head kick, and Steelz with a weird sort of looking neck breaker thing. 1, 2, Nevaeh breaks it up. That was a near fall, big near fall there from Steelz and Hogan. Is Brock Lesnar mad at me? Yes or no, Yuri Butler? I would hope not, Yuri Butler. He's a big, angry dude, but I don't see a reason why he would be angry at you. So I hope not, mate. Havok now holding Hogan up for what I presume is a finisher, but no. Hogan counters into a stunner. What a stunner from Hogan. Super kick. And now Havok is now out of the ring. So that's the big dominating force out of the ring there. Potentially now Steelz and Hogan have a real good chance to win. Nevaeh gets caught in a really sort of awkward looking Hurricane Rana. But that sets up Havok. Sorry, that sets up Hogan for a really cool... That's it. A really cool... fisherman's suplex driver thing, and Tasha Steelz and Hogan, just like I called it, got the win. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Balto Robes is in. How's your day? Yes, mate, it's better now you're here. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the kitchen. And thank you very much for being here. It's okay, mate. I've just been doing a bit of work today. I've had a little bit of tea, so I'm still going. I'm still motivated, and I believe this has only got an hour left. So I'm feeling pretty happy that I'm happy to have you guys here. Happy to be here watching the new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions crowned. Gail Kim in the ring to present Hogan and Steelz with the tag titles. That's really cool. So yeah, that's really cool. It's a nice little moment there. Nice little moment for those two with the Impact Legends handing them the titles. So yeah, good. Happy with that. So yeah, you had Gail Kim there. That was wicked. Nice to see her. And yeah, Hogan and Steelz looking confident. Crazy Steve and Rosemary backstage now. So Taya Valkyrie now saying that she can become the Knockouts champion without the help of Rosemary and Crazy Steve, who are offering their help. So Taya Valkyrie now saying that she will accept the help of Rosemary and Crazy Steve. Cool. AC Romero going into the Knockouts locker room, which is a little bit pervy. But there he goes. He's got his Sherlock Holmes hat on. Let's have a look. Yuri Butler. My days involved with splitting headache. Yeah, you guys all got a headache after doing SmackDown, didn't you? Sorry about that, guys. That sucks. I'm sorry, but you guys got the headache. Yuri Butler says you are the man. Oh, dude. Well, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for saying that. Thank you for sticking with me. Balto Road says Gail Kim is a legend. Now we have Fulton out there. This is cool. Ace. Let's see. Ace Austin's now out there now with Madman Fulton. I did an interview with Ace Austin with the worst phone reception I've ever encountered in an interview. It was the most horrible interview I've ever done, not because of the guy. He was in character the whole time. He was a true heel, overconfident the whole time, and it would have been a great interview if I could hear what he was saying. But you can, from what I got, you can see on Soundsphere magazine if you search Ace Austin. It was a cool interview from what I could hear of him. But he's a very talented lad. A lot of people are calling him the future AJ Styles. Super confident. And now, okay, so Scott D'Amore is out here, like the general manager of Impact or something, I believe. Okay, Yuri Butler says a couple of things, but they've been retracted. D'Amore says he's raising good points. The Hard to Kill pay-per-view needs an Ace Austin match. But it's not going to be the X Division Championship match. So Ace Austin is geared up, so I guess we're going to get a match. A special opponent for Ace Austin. Ah, nice. Matt Cardona. Nice. We're seeing Matt Cardona in Impact Wrestling. We first saw him in AEW after his departure from WWE. But he didn't sign a full-time contract with AEW. I wonder if he's doing a little bit of a tour. But yes, it's his debut. This is a big deal for Impact Wrestling, guys. Big deal, this. Zack Ryder, of course, in WWE, for those that don't know. So yeah, we're getting a recap of Ace Austin's achievements in the recent X-Cup winner. Cardona's not even taking his jacket off, but he is beating on Ace Austin. Big clothesline. Ace Austin with a really cool drop kick. Really cool counters from Ace Austin. What a talented guy. Fantastic work from Ace Austin. Probably, I can almost tell you that this guy's going to be my performer of the night because Ace Austin is a fantastic in-ring performer. Zack Ryder in Impact Wrestling now. I don't think it's going to be a full-time thing, Rhodes. I think he's doing a little bit of a tour. Obviously, he's got a big name value. He's a huge YouTube star now. So I think it'll be a one-time thing. Maybe as a favour to Impact, especially with their AEW collab. I know he's super tight with Cody Rhodes over at AEW, so this could just be to bring some name value to Impact as they go through somewhat of a resurgence. Ace Austin now whipping Matt Cardona into the turnbuckle counters with knees. Fulton being urged away from interfering. Ace Austin on the outside. Leapfrogging. Moonsault, kind of famous there. That was a really cool move. We're getting a second moonsault here. No, moonsault into a kind of a 450 splash, but Matt Cardona rolls out of the way. Matt Cardona, big flapjack to Ace Austin. Cardona with a big clothesline in the corner. The reboot used to be called the Broski boot from Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona setting up. Fulton now coming in to attack Cardona, maybe setting up for another match. Fulton beating on Cardona. Are we gonna get his former tag team partner out here? Brian Myers, of course. Used to be tagged with Cardona in WWE. I think we may get something. Cardona counters with a knee to the face, drop kick to Fulton, and a Rough Rider to Fulton. Matt Cardona has taken out both of those guys now. That's good. Nice little showing for him. Cardona looks ready for a brief stint in Impact. I'm sure we might see some Brian Myers collab work with Impact. So yeah, we got Cardona in Impact Wrestling. Alright, he's saying he's here now to the camera, so I wonder what that means. I mean, obviously he's here right now, but is he going to take up a whole contract? So we're now getting the recap leading into the X Division match. Rohit Raju and his teasing of TJP, which led to Manik, who is of course nothing to do with TJP, winning the X Division Championship. So this leading. So apparently, if Rohit could unmask Manik and prove he was TJP, he would win back the title. Low blow from Chris Bay to Manik. Chris Bay and Rohit looked like they were going to team up for a bit there, but they didn't. Chris Bay and Rohit having a miscommunication there. Right, guys, let's try and get some comments done. Missed a couple of things. Zack Ryder was in AEW. Balto, yes, he was. Matt Cardona in AEW for a bit. Balto says, woo, yes, absolutely. Zack Ryder in Impact Wrestling, indeed. Zach might be on loan from AEW to sweeten the pot. Indeed, that's what I think is happening, Jack. Jamel, good morning, my friend. Let us drinketh the finest of ales in celebration of ye old cast of pods. Giveth a whole year. Let us shareth in wrestling tales of old time ago. Indeed. Welcome, Jamel. Thank you for being here, mate. Appreciate you, mate. Mate. I don't know how many times I can say that. Any funny trivia tonight? Yes, I have queued up some nipples for you all. I will. We're not getting too many breaks, but we'll maybe do some in the review. I'm not getting breaks from the fight stream, so yeah, maybe we'll do one or two at the review. Yuri Butler says, you are a nice man in the world. Well, thank you, Yuri Butler. You are also a nice man in the world. Thank you so much for joining us on the Give Me a Whole Year Wrestling podcast and joining me in my kitchen. It's always nice to see you. Zach is jacked. Yes, he is. He's in good shape, isn't he? Bolterus says, I left a like. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. If you win this match, his mother goes to prison. I have no idea what that's in relation to, Jack, but okay. Chris Bay, one of the more talented wrestlers in the world now, considered by many. So I'm always looking forward to his matches. Got a really cool style about him. Love his style. Rohit Raju now, who had the Impact Championship for a long time, is coming out. That's right, the Desi Hitman, Rohit Raju now walking down. Thank you guys all so much for being here. If you haven't liked the video, please do. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We really appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, we got Rohit coming down. Is everybody enjoying the pay-per-view so far, guys? This is good. This is good. I think we've got less than an hour left. I think we've only got a few matches left. I think we've got the triple threat. We've got the barbed wire match and the 6-man. So yeah, we might get this finished by 3 o'clock in the morning, which would be nice for me. I will be back tomorrow night at 11 p.m. doing a short watch along between a match between Brody Lee as part of our tribute Brody Lee series against John Moxley from CZW. It's a free match on YouTube that everybody can access. I think it's only short. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with Anthony, depending on how his head's feeling. And then Anthony will be taking over from me on Monday because I'm going to the doctors, and then he will be doing AEW on Wednesday, NXT UK on Thursday, SmackDown on Friday. So it's a big week for Anthony next week. Manik now out, who is of course nothing to do with TJP. Rohit is such a good heel. Yes, he is, Jake. I don't think he gets the full love he deserves for his great heel work. Yuri Butler says, I'm inviting JR, Jerry Lawler, The King, and the referees, Kurt Angle, NXT, Raw, SmackDown. I can't wait to see them. And when they go on the Megabus, well, I look forward to hearing about you seeing them for your birthday, Yuri Butler. R.I.P. Brody Lee, absolutely, Rhodes. We will be doing a watch along tomorrow, like I said. This is, hang on a second. This is match 5 of 9. Oh, really? Okay. I got too excited there. I thought there was like 2 left. But okay. Alright, we can do this. We can do this. So Rohit now in the ring with Manik. Manik and Rohit doing some great work. Bay now clotheslining Manik, as we're going to call him. TJP and Rohit Raju now looks like they're double teaming, or they want to double team. Manik gets ahead, attacks Rohit. Chris Bay with a big forearm to Manik. Nice kick to Rohit Raju. And a big leapfrog drop kick to TJP, aka Manik. Great stuff. I love Chris Bay's vibe. Like I said, he's really cocky, but he's very, very talented. Very, very talented. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in WWE in a quite high role in the next 2 to 3 years. Nice little sort of what am I thinking? I'm getting tired now. Nice little exchange from Rohit and Chris Bay. Good work. Very nice little back and forth there from those guys. Lots of hits, lots of kicks. Rhodes says, CZW is awesome. Well, I hope you can join us tomorrow there, mate. I look forward to it. Big knee from Rohit to Manik. And now Chris Bay counters. Rohit gets a big hit to the face. Bay now into the turnbuckle. Rohit with a really cool flying elbow. Whips Bay in. Manik takes him up and over. Manik goes for a clothesline. Rohit pushes Bay off the apron. Really cool dynamics between these three. Manik now gets went for a Hurricane Rana, but it got countered. Sorry, a Hurricane Rana. It wasn't a Hurricane Rana, was it? A spinning thingy, we'll say. But he got a face plant instead. Jack agrees with Balto, with Rhodes. CCW is awesome. Well, I look forward to watching with you guys. Manik now down. Chris Bay pulls Raju out as he went to attack Manik. Manik with a boot. Manik went. Manik did like a really cool thing, like Andrade used to do it on the ropes. Kind of a pause. Manik doing the same thing. Whipping through underneath Bay. Very cool. Roll up. 1, 2. Oh, and now Bay countering, I think. Trying to counter. Manik. Manik trying to counter into a sharpshooter. A really modified sharpshooter. Holding the hands. That was really cool. That's a really interesting take on the sharpshooter there. That's amazing. Great work from Manik. Rohit went for a clothesline. And now Manik still holding on to Chris Bay. Going for an abdominal stretch, but not getting it. Rohit with an armbar, while Manik still has Chris Bay in the modified cloverleaf. Really nice technical display from these guys. Manik with a fantastic over the shoulder suplex to Rohit, and now the cloverleaf is broken on Bay. Manik with a nice springboard drop kick to Raju, very cool. Kick to Bay, two kicks from Bay to Manik, and a nice flying elbow with Manik caught between the second rope there. Very cool, innovative offense. This is stuff we don't get to see every day, especially not in WWE. Right, Chris Bay kicking Rohit Raju away while he's hung up on the first rope. Does the skinning the cat, but gets countered. Rohit going for a powerbomb. He's got Chris Bay in a powerbomb position and powerbombs him onto the hard ring apron. His lower back has got to be killing right now. Didn't Seth Rollins join CZW before? Yes, he did, as Tyler Black, says Jack. Wait, his name was Tyler Black. I didn't know that. Well, now you do, Crazy Futuristic. Yuri Butler telling us all the people he wants to join him on his birthday and riding in the megabus. Always good to hear, Yuri Butler. Oh, and Rohit Raju trying to get the mask off of Manik. Manik now fighting to keep it on. Oh no, the mask is off. The mask is off. Oh, he's got face paint on, so it's entire face paint. So we don't actually technically know. I mean, of course it's TJP. Of course it is. But yeah. I suppose there's no 100 way to guarantee it. No one's yet said that it's in fact TJP. Wow, what a counter. TJP went for a frog splash and got countered by Bay. That was beautiful. Bay with a double stunners. 1, 2, and now Rohit Raju gets in the way, counters the pin. Yeah, so TJP went for what I think he calls the Mamba Splash. Yeah, hit a big stunner. That was awesome. Really cool. D'Lo Brown on commentary with former Lucha Underground spot caller Matt Striker. I'm enjoying this. Rhodes, TJP is in the mask. Yes, I know. I'm just trying to suspend my disbelief. Suspend my disbelief. Of course it is. Of course it's TJP. But it's a bit like saying Bray Wyatt's the Fiend. Of course he is. But still, it's nice to believe that he's some unbelievable monster, isn't it? Just for imagination's sake. We've all got busy, stressful lives at the moment. So I like to... If I know it's TJP and the face paint and the mask. But if he wants to be a different character, I'm going to let him be a different character. Ooh, Manik went for a Frankenstein, but Rohit Raju landed on him. That was nearly a botch. Drop kick from Manik, who I'm still calling Manik, to Bay. And a sort of 1, 2. This was like a go to sleep into a kick. A brilliant move from Manik. Eurobit says, I'm inviting the Star Wars cast and the Wizard of Oz cast. Can't wait to see them when they come to my birthday party. Well, mate, that's looking like an exciting birthday party you're going to have. Chris Bay down now alongside Manik and Rohit. Ian Glazier's in. Hey, mate, how you doing? Nice to see you. You are back. Yes, you are. Thank you so much for joining us. Manik now has got Bay in a tombstone position. Bay now got Manik in the tombstone position. Rohit now reversed again. Back heel kick from Manik and a tombstone from Manik to Bay. A high knee to Rohit. Big kick from Manik and a punt kick to Rohit from Rohit. 2 and a kick out from TJP. 1, 2 and a... So the cover from Manik kicked out of Rohit's pin, went straight into a pin on Bay, but Bay kicked out as well. Some good action, guys. This may be my match of the night. Some Wizard of Oz trivia from Jack there. So you got Manik down, you got Rohit Raju down, you have Chris Bay down. Big forearms from Rohit. Big forearm from Manik. Spinning forearm from Rohit. Oh, what was that there? Went for a sort of Sister Abigail type move. Manik now has... trying to go for Rohit, but Rohit's pulling on Bay. Back headbutt to Manik. Elbow from Bay. Oh, springboard from Bay. Manik. DDT, flying DDT, which was used by Manik's Crazy Steve earlier. Bay whipped into Rohit. Rohit is down on the outside. And an abdominal stretch. Bomb. Wicked. 1, 2, and a kick out. What a really cool abdominal stretch bomb thing. I have not seen anything like that for a long time. TJP, despite his questionable political views, I know he's been called out on Twitter for his political point of view. If we're looking at it just on a wrestling standpoint, very entertaining. Very entertaining. Frog splash from from Manik, and a big kick to Rohit. 1, 2. Rohit, Chris Bay kicked out as Rohit went for the cover off of Manik's frog splash. That was awesome. Yuri Butler says, have a great night. Yes, have a great night, Yuri Butler. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, mate. This is good. This is, in fact, guys, I think the match of the night, certainly for me. Kick to... Rohit is now going up to the top. Bay is down. Manik over the top of Bay. We've got a suplex here. Oh, yeah, top rope suplex. Rohit counters, big counters Manik. Manik is down. Gets face planted to the canvas. Rohit now up on the top turnbuckle. Chris Bay now going up top. Rohit counters again. Great work from Rohit Raju. Really showing how good he is tonight as well. Rohit with the stomp to Bay, rolls through and gets Manik in a crossface. Awesome. Haven't seen a good crossface in a while. Rohit with Manik in the crossface. Bay is down in the corner. Rohit rolls through. He's still in the crossface. Bay maybe going to counter. Yes, Bay counters. Stops Rohit from getting the submission win on Manik. Guys, awesome. This is awesome. Very, very impressed so far from me. Rohit rolls Bay through 1, 2, and a kick out from Bay after the roll up. Big kicks, big side kicks. Over the head kick missed by Bay. Knee to from Rohit Raju to Bay, and a second big knee. What a sell! What a sell from Bay. Went flying there. Roll up from Manik. 1, 2. Oh, and he got him. I thought that was a 2, but Manik managed to get the roll up there on Rohit Raju. Cool, that was great. Really enjoyed that. Yuri Butler says, I am back. Ian Glazer says, I am back. You're both back. That's great. Still great. Happy with that. Happy to see you both back. And that match was bloody brilliant. Very impressive. Rohit is looking gutted, as you would imagine. That was awesome. That abdominal stretch bomb. It was awesome seeing the frog splash from Manik. We thought that Rohit was going to get the win, but Bay kicked out. Super impressive, guys. Super impressive, this one. That was awesome. Wicked. Jack says, great. You see, this is it. This is why it's worth staying up for this. And this is why, it's great to watch Impact, because we don't always get to do it. It's really good. Manik looking super intense, and he's still champion, whether he's TJP or not. All right. Now we have Eddie Edwards backstage. Guys, if got to plug it, if you've not seen, scroll back to just maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. I interviewed Eddie Edwards when he was Impact World Wrestling Champion on the channel. So now Eddie Edwards is having a promo backstage. So his wife so Eddie Edwards and his wife now backstage. His wife saying he's worried about Eddie. She's worried about Eddie, of course, because it's a barbed wire match. All right. Yeah, it was a great match, Jake. Super Buzz. Of course, yeah, we got Deonna Purrazzo, the women's champion, the Knockouts champion. Another interview we've done on the channel. Anthony did an interview with Deonna a couple of months ago. Yeah, we got Taya Valkyrie. I believe, yeah, she's the partner of John Morrison. There's a lot of speculation of Taya Valkyrie going to WWE to be with John. So we're getting some recap of the feud between Rosemary and Deonna, and Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie, and how that sort of tag team and relationship has blossomed between Taya and Rosemary. Second time we're going to see Rosemary out, which I am not mad at because I am a fan of Rosemary. Gotta love them goths. So we're getting a strong recap of all the build-up, and there's quite a lot of build-up, good storytelling from Impact, from Taya Valkyrie going up against Deonna Purrazzo. So Yuri Butler is here. I'm inviting the WB fans. I can't wait to see them. Well, mate, hopefully they'll be able to come to your birthday, but we'll have to see with the pandemic. I'm looking forward to this one, guys. Really looking forward to this one, I think. It's going to be cool. So, who are we getting out first, guys? I believe, yeah, it's Taya Valkyrie out first. Rosemary out with her as well. Rosemary and Crazy Steve. Very contrasting outfits. Very contrasting vibes from the two of these guys and Taya Valkyrie. Alright, so let's see what happens here, guys. Alright, so let's see what happens here, guys. Sorry, I've lost a little bit of my fire. I'm pretty tired. I'm realizing how tired I am right now. It's 2:28 in the morning UK time, so I need to get my second win back as the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo comes out with Kimberly and Susan, who of course is the alter ego of Sue Young, who is the undead bride. Really interesting gimmick. Interesting to see. She's also had the Susie gimmick, the kind of childlike gimmick recently. So there's like 3 faces now to the Susan character. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for this one. Let's see if anything happens. Between let's see if Rosemary gets involved. Kimberly could get involved here. Taya Valkyrie, of course. I've seen quite a bit of over the years, but I've never been too excited by. So hopefully something will excite me in her performance this evening to keep me motivated. Okay. Valkyrie with a big punch to Deonna Purrazzo. Headbutt into the turnbuckle. Big kicks to the face. Kicks to the face of Deonna Purrazzo by Valkyrie. Valkyrie with the chop to Purrazzo. Jack says, your birthday will be huge. Take some photos, please. Absolutely, Yuri Butler. Make sure you take some photos for us as well. Oh, Kimberly ducked a shot from Taya Valkyrie. And now Crazy Steve trying to help. Trying to help Taya. Taya now with a big punch to Kimberly. Punch to Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo now counters Taya Valkyrie on the apron. Susie's not getting involved at all. I don't know what's happening here. What's she doing? She's on her phone. She's just taking photos. Okay. Wait, Susan wants to attack Crazy Steve with a shoe. Crazy Steve elbowed the referee, but now he's going to be sent out for that elbow. Rosemary's angry. Rosemary's angry with the referee. And Kimberly's out too. Everybody's going to the back, so we're just going to get these two now. It's a good point. Matt Striker says we haven't had the bell to start the match, which is I hadn't really noticed. Oh, there was a bell. Okay. Okay. Big kicks to the gut of Deonna Purrazzo by Taya. All right, Taya's looking aggressive. She's ready to do this, guys. She's ready to win. How would y'all like to see Nakamura in Impact? Good question, Futuristic. If you look on their channel, on the Impact channel, you can see that Nakamura has been in Impact Wrestling. He did have a match briefly in Impact. So he does have history with Impact Wrestling. Only one match, I think, or two. So Deonna Purrazzo now attacking the arms of Taya. Locking the arms, nice bit of joint manipulation, guys. Oh man, that was a big stomp to the hand. Big stomp to the hand there. I'm pretty sure my favourite for this one is Deonna, guys. Lots of attacks to the arms from Deonna. She's obviously very well known for those arm attacks. Those arm-based attacks. Joint manipulation. A bit like a Pete Dunne for Impact Wrestling. Big, again, lots of contortion on the arms for from Deonna. Nice kick. Nice kick, a big knee to Deonna Purrazzo and a clothesline. Oh, I didn't know that. That's really awesome. I think he will do great on there. I also think that's where he should have a long championship reign. I don't think he's not been in Impact recently, obviously. But if you go back, I think it was like 20. Well, not 20 years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. It was to do with Impact's relationship with New Japan. When Impact was in, when Nakamura was in New Japan, and Impact do have a relationship. Particularly Don Callis has a relationship with New Japan, so that's how that happened. But you can see there is a record of Nakamura's matches, or at least one match on Impact. Again, Deonna Purrazzo now manipulating the legs of Taya. Pete Dunne is a good one too. Yeah, Pete Dunne's great, and like I say, I liken Deonna Purrazzo's offense to Pete Dunne very much so. Cover from Deonna and kick out from Taya. Taya's now looking. She's selling the offense, selling the offense from Deonna very well here. Almost looks like she's crying. Oh man, what a leg snap! What a shoulder leg slap from Deonna. Now she's got like an ankle lock, like a Kurt Angle style ankle lock on Taya Valkyrie. Sami Talks is in. Hey, Sami Talks. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Wrestling Kitchen. And thank you for joining the Hulkamaniacs. We're watching Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill. Deonna Purrazzo versus Taya Valkyrie, guys. So Deonna is now working on that leg, really strongly working on that leg of Taya. 1, 2, kick out from Taya Valkyrie. Taya now selling that again. Great work. I think Taya's particularly great at selling certainly Deonna's offense. Taya countering Deonna now with a big elbow to the face. Counter from Taya, big slaps to the chest. Spear from Taya Valkyrie. 1, 2, and a kick out from Deonna. Again, fantastic work on from Taya Valkyrie, particularly to showcase the amount of offense that she's had against her, against Deonna. Now she's raising Deonna up. We're getting a finisher. No. Deonna manages to counter it. Low drop kick to the knee. That was nice. Again, working on the extremities. That was like a weird package pile driver there, but I think it was a little bit botched. Taya managed to roll through there. Big suplex, nice over the shoulder suplex, but Taya Valkyrie selling the ankle. 1, 2, no. Taya now slapping that knee. She wants that knee to work. She needs that knee to work for her so she can have a chance to win this match. Big slaps to the back. Big hits to the back. Really working the back of Deonna Purrazzo. Are we getting... Oh, big... Oh, man, the sort of face plant there. Face plant from Taya Valkyrie. Deonna now has got like a really cool kind of... Not a cross face. What does Daniel Bryan use? Something similar to that. Label lock, similar. Deonna, I think, is going to get to the ropes here. But Taya's got that locked in tight. Deonna Purrazzo now, yeah, she gets the leg. She gets the leg to the bottom rope, guys. Deonna Purrazzo manages to get her leg to the bottom rope. Big elbow. Nice forearm. Nice forearm. Forearms now from Taya. Big forearm from Deonna. This is good back and forth, guys. Great technical wrestling from both of these guys. Probably the technical performance of the night. Nice big kick. Wicked side kick from Taya Valkyrie as well. Oh, are we going to count? Oh. Tilt-a-well into an armbar. There's the armbar from Deonna. That Fujiwara armbar. Taya manages to 1, 2, 2 count into the armbar again. Into the armbar again. Is she? Oh, she got both arms. She's got both arms. Oh man, that's super painful. Wow, both of those arms together. What a finisher. What a finisher. That's horrible to look at. Both arms there locked in to Taya Valkyrie. And Deonna Purrazzo gets the win with a double arm breaker thing. Definitely brilliant. That was good match. Good match. Not my favourite of the night, still with a triple threat, but that was my second favourite. Great technical performance from both. Yeah, that was good. That was good, guys. Thank you once again so much for joining me right here in the Wrestling Kitchen. Thank you so much. It means the world to me and Anthony. Again, Anthony's having a night off tonight. He's got a bit of a headache. I will be back tomorrow for sure with a CGW watch-along. John Moxley versus Brody Lee. Anthony will be with you Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday next week. He is on for a big one. So yeah, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Deonna Purrazzo now on the apron. On the entrance, raising the title. She is looking super proud of herself. AC Romero in the knock. He was in the knockouts locker room. Johnny Bravo now. Johnny Bravo. They're still doing the shooting angle. I remember that. I remember that was a weird angle. So we're getting more on that angle, that shooting angle that happened that a lot of people in the wrestling industry panned. But, you know, I guess it's got some mileage in it. Who shot, I want to say Johnny Bravo. Who shot Bravo? So now we're getting recap into the emergence of Karate Man. So the Good Brothers are, of course, the tag team champions. So the North couldn't beat the tag team champions there. Josh and Ethan Page as the North could not beat the Good Brothers as the tag team championships, and that was the emergence, the frustration of Ethan Page brought the Karate Man out. Karate Man is the alter ego of Ethan Page from his YouTube channel, highly successful, of course. Ethan Page on YouTube. Karate Man and Ethan Page now going to be involved in a match. I'm assuming filmed by Ethan himself. I know he does his segments. This will be really entertaining. We'll see what happens. Okay, yep. So it's a cinematic match. Okay, it looks like a video game. This is kind of odd. It's like a Mortal Kombat style with sort of zoom backgrounds or whatever on. Ethan Page, you are weak, says Karate Man. Karate Man calling Ethan Page ugly. So it's like it's done with zoom backgrounds. Both of them fighting. This is Impact's version of a cinematic match. Karate Man ducking Ethan Page. Ethan Page ducking Karate Man. Ethan Page, Karate Man saying, "Impressive, you mother." Ethan Page going for a big punch. Karate Man bursting into a puff of smoke, getting big high kicks into Ethan Page, and a third flying high kick. Ethan Page punches. Karate Man punches. Ethan Page punches Karate Man. Karate Man is down. Ethan Page now on a beach background. Karate Man appearing from behind. Karate Man has died 1,000 deaths, but he will never perish. Flying kick, flying high kick, and with a fiery background. Karate Man says, "Now I finish you." Ethan Page just getting up. Like a Street Fighter move, Street Fighter kicks. This is like Street Fighter meets Mortal Kombat meets the Karate Kid. I'm pretty sure Ethan Page is dead. Oh wait, no, the Karate Man. The Karate Man reached deep into Ethan Page and pulled out his heart. Not so hard to kill. That's pretty entertaining. The Karate Man squashing Ethan Page's heart. Walking away through various backgrounds. The Karate Man has pulled Ethan Page's heart out. It's dripping with fake blood. What a visual. What an interesting match. Don Callis now backstage. Has you seen Moose? Don Callis now playing up to Moose. Don Callis saying Moose is the future. Don Callis saying Moose is going to be buzzed to be in the ring with the god of pro wrestling, Kenny Omega. Moose just looks intense. He's got a bit of a Ahmed Johnson vibe about him as Moose. I think Don Callis is trying to bribe Moose, trying to get him to not to try in this main event, guys. There's definitely a bribe going on. Moose says he's going to play to win. So Moose says he's going to go for the Impact Championship after this. He's got the Undisputed Championship. And then Moose says he's going to show up in AEW and take Kenny's title from him, maybe. Don now trying to bribe Moose with his 2-year contract. And Don says S-word. So Eddie and Sami, who've got a bit of a Tommaso Ciampa Gargano thing going on. They just constantly fighting each other for years. So we've got Ken Shamrock involved now. Ken Shamrock trying to break his ankle. Sorry, break Eddie's ankle. I do like Sami Callihan, man. I think he's a great talent. Great talent. One of the most underrated wrestlers on the planet. I'd love to see Sami in AEW. What do I think Hard to Kill so far? Pretty good. Pretty good. Probably like 7 out of 10 maybe. So far, match of the night's going to be the triple threat. Cruiserweight match, between Rohit, Manik, and Chris Bay. Performer of the night. Interesting. Chris Bay probably so far. But Manik was great. TJP was great. I got to give it to him. Might not agree with him politically, but fantastic performer. Dom, would you rather have 1 night or 2 night Mania? 2 nights and less time. So 2 hours one night, 2 hours another one. So now Shamrock and Callihan double teaming Eddie backstage with barbed wire as he went to get his wife. They trapped him. So here we go. Apparently, Matt Striker calling this one of the most important nights in Impact history, in sports history, in the wrestling's history. So that's a big deal for these guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thank you guys so much for joining. Really appreciate it. So there's barbed wire massacre. There's barbed wire sort of cage, one wall. There's a barbed wire table. This is barbed wire chairs. This is actually pretty cool. This looks great. This is like an ECW vibe, maybe like a deathmatch vibe. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. I'm really looking forward to this, actually. The look of it, the aesthetic is brilliant. I also love Sami Callihan's kind of gimmick, the hacker gimmick. He had it in NXT when he was in NXT, and he's taken it to a new level here. It's been brilliant. Really fantastic. Great theme music as well. Walking the cameraman down the ramp, pushing the camera down the ramp. The draw, Sami Callihan. He's just re-signed for Impact. I know he had a contract. He had his contract. So he had his contract up for question. A lot of people were wondering what Sami was going to do next. But it's pretty safe to say I know he had a negative experience in WWE and NXT. I don't think he would ever go to WWE, so maybe Impact is the place for him to be. One of the more popular performers in Impact history. You know, been around for a long time, been in Impact a long time. was, of course, the foil to the women's champ, the woman that won the world title, who was heavily linked, Tessa Blanchard. Yeah, it was Tessa Blanchard and Sami who were in that feud for the world championship. Now we're getting Eddie Edwards, Boston's finest. So yeah, Eddie Edwards out here. We go, of course, got an interview. With Eddie on the channel, which you can check out. My head hurts, Anthony, mate. Sorry, dude. Sorry you had to do that. Sorry you had to do SmackDown. Sorry it gave you a headache. But I'm glad you could be here. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Appreciate it. Eddie Edwards looking super ready for this. Yes, Eddie Edwards is from Boston. Sami Callihan sneaking underneath the barbed wire. Both of these guys look ready, guys. This is going to be awesome. Didn't Tessa beat Sami for the belt last year? Yes, he did. Yes, she did, rather. Yes, absolutely. It was an industry first, that I believe. Tessa beating Sami for the belt. She's, of course, heavily linked with WWE for the Royal Rumble. So yeah, this goes back pretty long. The feud between Sami and Eddie, guys. Sami with that barbed wire now attached to his jeans, raising the table up. John Lee, I agree, Dom. Too many is what I'd like to have, because I'm sure people's asses will be hurting from sitting there for 5 to 7 hours, dude. 100%, man. That's what Anthony said above too. So Eddie Edwards and Sami now at a stalemate. Stalemate so far. Big punch, Sami. Big punch from Eddie. Big punch from Sami. Big punch from Eddie. Back and forth now between these two hardcore behemoths. Behemoths of hardcore in modern wrestling. Eddie countered an Irish whip from Sami. Sami with a back elbow. Big kick. And now Sami in the ring apron, on the ropes already with the barbed wire. Big super kick. This is very much like, as Matt Striker is likening it to a Texas death match. Yes, indeed. Very much like this. Now Eddie Edwards on the outside. He's got a ring of barbed wire. Has Eddie Edwards. Ring of barbed wire. Sami still recovering from being whipped into the barbed wire there. Man, Eddie, so they were going to get a crown of barbed wire from Eddie to Sami. Sami wearing a crown of barbed wire right now. And now Sami's head busted open. This is seriously hardcore, guys. This is seriously heavy stuff. Eddie Edwards now with Sami Callihan down. pulling at the hair of Sami, and at the arm now of Sami Callihan. Barbed wire board's now out. He pushed out by Sami. Sami giving Eddie the finger there, I believe. Eddie was beating the head of Sami Callihan, guys. Impact Wrestling, apparently the top five trendy in the world right now. So congratulations to Impact, of course. They do a lot of hard work behind the scenes to promote their pay-per-views. 12 likes, says Balto Rose. Thank you so much, guys. Keep those likes coming. If you've not liked the video yet, please do. Really appreciate it. See if we can get up to 20. I'm not hoping. Maybe, well, let's say 15. Let's say 15 by the end of the stream. There we go. Got to keep it. Let's keep it chill. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Got some good interactions on Twitter as well. Go follow us on Twitter. / give me a whole yeah if you haven't yet. Big boot from Eddie, countered by Sami. Clothesline counters. Now Eddie's down. The head of Sami, of course, bleeding from that crown. Sami now with his crazy Doc Brown, Rick from Rick and Morty style hair there going on. We're going to get a super suplex on the outside. No. On Eddie's tights it says Die Hard Kill. Big kick from Eddie. Now Sami's down, and now Eddie flying to the outside, but flies into the table of barbed wire. Sami manages to reverse it. Sami now smiling. He manages to reverse. He put Eddie through the table. Mildred Burke never won a men's title but would often beat men in the ring. I have no idea what that means. I think this is my 106th stream on Gimme a Hole. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not more. Dom, out of all the released in WB, who do you see making an impact on Impact? Well, tonight we saw Zack Ryder, the former Zack Ryder, on Impact. So that would be a big signing if they can get him. But obviously he went to AEW for a night or two and didn't sign, so we'll have to see. But I guess in terms of internet popularity, we've seen Matt Cardona this evening. So yeah, he could be huge for them. Could be huge for them as a signing. Yeah, I think they've done it, to be honest. I think Cardona would be the biggest signing they could have got if they could get him full time, and that is of course the question is if Cardona is full time in Impact Wrestling. So now the Cactus Elbow, the tribute to Mick Foley, Sami Callihan there. That was really cool. I've just seen the replay of that. Very, very cool. Matt Striker just said poo poo in the commentary. That was cool. I mean, it was weird. It's not cool. Strange. Sami Callihan now with the barbed wire. Sami's down. He's talking to... Eddie's down. He's talking to Sami. Sami now chucking a tray of barbed wire, throwing a tray directly into Eddie Edwards. Sami now rolling Eddie into the ring. Eddie Edwards now writhing in pain in the ring, middle of the ring. Eddie Edwards Sami Callihan rather looking very, very pleased with himself here, guys. Oh, nice counter kick from Eddie. Eddie's going for a suplex. Is he going to super? Oh, no, yeah. Oh, sorry. Sami rather getting a counter and face planting Eddie into the top rope, covered, of course, in the barbed wire. Now we're getting, I don't know what that is. What's that Sami's got? A roll, sort of a ball of barbed wire just hanging out there. It's amazing, this guy. It's amazing, this guys, that they can handle this barbed wire and just keep hitting each other with it. It's a real testament to the hardcore work of these two. Mildred Berg, 40s NWA, started the WWA, also wrestled with All Japan Pro Wrestling in the 70s. Cool, man. Oh yeah, baby, says Balto. Rose. Oh yeah, says Anthony. So now that the commentators showing blatant favoritism, saying that Eddie Edwards is definitely a better wrestler than Sami. But obviously Sami perhaps has the edge in a match like this as he rakes barbed wire over the head of Eddie. You don't know Jack. Anthony says, I know Jack, but you don't know him. Dom, are you a fish? Yeah, maybe. Did I call him Anthony? Yes, I did. Give me a whole yeah. The person handling the Give Me a Whole Yeah account is not me, because I'm here. It's Anthony. Big Pele kick from Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards now with a piggyback bomb. That was clever, quite innovative. Eddie Edwards now waking himself up, blood streaming down his face. Oh yeah, the backpack. No, that was what it was called. Eddie Edwards now smiling. He's got blood down, streaming down his face. Is he getting the chair? He's getting a chair. Barbed wire wrapped chair now, Eddie Edwards. Onto the back. Nice. Onto the back of Sami. Sami counters with elbows to the back of the head. Cool. Oh, we're getting a suplex. Oh, nice. A blue thunder bomb, which is, of course, a Sami Zayn move. 1, 2. Sami kicks out right onto the chair, right onto the barbed wire chair, guys. Is the blue thunder bomb there. Jack and Anthony are both trading jokes about my sex life. Yeah, all good. You can believe what you want. It's all cool. I like the fact you're talking about my sex life. You know, clearly, you know, it's very interesting to you both, which is cool. You know, fine. Quick as the flash. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Eddie Edwards going for a shoulder block, but hits the sort of cage. Eddie getting pulled now. Eddie getting pulled up, and both of them getting their heads smashed into the cage, guys. This is a barbed wire massacre. This is heavy stuff, guys. This is heavy S-word. Vince McMahon would love this S-word, wouldn't he? Sami and Eddie both raking each other's faces into the steel before a low blow, big low blow from Sami to Eddie. Eddie Edwards down now. Another barbed wire ring coming up. Another sort of barbed wire roll, sort of barbed wire crown being wrapped around the wrist, the hand of Sami Callihan, getting ready, I'm assuming, to hit Eddie with it. A lot of blood. You can see the blood spatters on the mat. See now, barbed wire on the hands. Eddie with a big kick to the midsection. Both of them got barbed wire on their hands. Both of them trying to block the barbed wire. Both of them screaming at each other. Both of them get hits in. Both of them get hits in. Sell them perfectly. Both of them go down. One hit with the barbed wire is enough for both of these guys. Sami now, Eddie crawling over to the chair, the barbed wire chair. Sami going for the barbed wire kendo stick. Eddie Edwards with the bat, got the bat. Sami standing up with the kendo stick. Both of them at a standstill like two cowboys with barbed wire. Two hardcore cowboys. Oh no, yeah, Eddie's got this bat. Sami got the kendo stick. Right, Eddie's handing over the bat to Sami, and Sami hands the kendo stick to Eddie. Both of them are using their signature weapons. A little bit of masked respect between both of them for their both of their sort of favorite weapons. Kendo stick to the midsection. Sami on the top turnbuckle. Oh, Sami got, I think Eddie got choked there on the throat, I think. Did he get caught on the sort of chain, I think, when he came down there? Sami now setting up the table, covered in barbed wire. And now let's bring a chair in. Yeah, we're going to see the replay. Yeah, so Eddie got caught. Eddie's throat and upper sort of throat area got caught in that chain that's caught there. So Sami now setting up the barbed wire table, 2 chairs. So there's 2 chairs either side now, and a table in the middle. So are we gonna get a suplex here or something, guys? Raking thumb to the eye from Sami to Eddie. Sami going for a pile driver. Oh, he did it! He pile drove him through the table. It didn't look like it looked like it. He counted it, but 1, 2, and a kick out. Sort of top rope pile driver into the table. It looked like Eddie rolled over onto Sami, but it's still the point was the pile driver here connected. It was a big spot. Eddie's head definitely went through the table. Eddie Edwards manages to kick out. That's probably going to be my spot of the night. My holy chip moment, if you will be that pile driver through the table. The bat now wrapped in barbed wire, guys. The bat wrapped in barbed wire, picked up by Sami Callihan. Ooh, big kick to the nads, big kick to the balls from Eddie Edwards directly to Sami Callihan. This is hardcore. It's a barbed wire massacre. It's totally legal. Eddie's going for the Boston knee party. Chair into the head as well. Wicked thing. 1. Oh, they kick out at 1. Kick out at 1 from Sami. Another knee. Loads of knees from Eddie Edwards. Whatever that was, it was a wicked finisher. Onto the chair. Onto Sami. Sami got pinned. 1, 2, 3, guys. So apparently that was a move that Eddie used in Japan. Emerald Flosion, it was called. Really cool sort of Emerald Fusion is the sort of move, I think, a version of that. Now Eddie's wife is out here. Eddie Edwards getting the win, guys. Sami Callihan down. Emerald Flosion or Emerald Fusion onto the chairs. Really cool. Getting the Boston knee pie. That was really cool. One kick out of one, and then the Emerald Flosion. That kick out at one was really intense looking. But yeah, Eddie got the win eventually. Sami now waking up. Sami clearly in pain. Eddie Edwards going up the ramp now with his kendo stick wrapped in barbed wire. So we have the main event now, guys. So there's going to be another pay-per-view, an Impact pay-per-view in April. I've actually quite enjoyed this, guys, on the whole. Good match as Balto Rosier was. So you get Impact Rebellion April 24th. Let's see what's happening in the world of the pandemic on the 24th of April. So yeah, so now we're getting the main event. While we do the main event, obviously, but we'll do the main event story. Kenny Omega, Good Brothers versus Sabin, Moose, and Mother Flipper, Rich Swann. We'll do a Nips game. So the AEW, it's the AEW Impact collab. And the lead up to that, which hasn't been great in my opinion, the AEW Impact collab, the promos so far, but you guys can let me know what you think. Next TNA pay-per-view is head-to-head with WrestleMania. Whoa. Wow. Interesting, Jack. Right, let's do a Nips game then, guys. We'll get one in, I think, before the... So let's do this. Right, guys. There you go. Who's Nips today? So the Motor City, we're getting the Motor City Machine Guns facing the Good Brothers, and a sort of recap of that. So Kenny Omega, we're getting a bit of a introduction into Kenny Omega going after Rich Swann. Cody Rhodes, no. Kenny Omega, no. I've loved the AW and Impact relationship. I think the concept of it, Walter, yes, it is, Jake. I don't know if I did that one last time. So yeah, that was it. Walter was the one. I'm pretty sure I might have done that one in the previous stream. So we get so I'll do you a poem shortly, dude, just before the main event. So yeah, recap. So Moose now coming in because like I said, there was a last minute change to the match. We're getting a recap of the Good Brothers and Kenny attacking Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns. Alright, Jake got it first, Balter Rhodes. It was like the third in from Crazy Ginger. So let's do this, guys. Let's do the main event, and then we'll run through a quick review, and then I'll go get ready for tomorrow's stream of Brody Lee versus John Moxley from CZW back in 2011. Right, let's do this. Crazy Ginger, you are the winner. I love you, baby. And in the future, you can call me maybe. We can hang out and grab a beer or a cup of tea. And I'm sure that one of us, at some point, will need a wee. But we won't go to the bathroom together. But we'll be friends forever. You and me, Crazy Ginger, thank you for being a Hulkamaniac. I am a fan of yours, and I am a fan of your support, and I am crazyac for your love. I was trying to make Hulkamaniac rhyme with something, and I couldn't. So yeah, Crazy Ginger, thank you so much for guessing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. This isn't part of the poem. The poem was done, but there you go. Maybe we'll get another one in the review. Moose is looking like a beast. Moose. Okay, now we're getting Chris Sabin. So it was Alex Shelley that was out. Alex Shelley that couldn't do this main event. It's a shame, isn't it, at the moment? A lot of beautiful wrestling events get quashed by COVID. Such a shame, because this would have been a real dream match for a lot of people. Motor City Machine Guns versus the Good Brothers, and Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann, who's of course very underrated, a brilliant talent. That's a Queen rip-off song, right? How dare you rip off Freddie? I know, I'm sorry. I should really respect the might of Freddie Mercury. Sabin and Moose now getting a fist bump in. Guys, I'm going to put my little heater on. I'm sorry if you can hear this, but it's getting real cold in here. So I'm sorry if you can suddenly hear the heater going off. But maybe I'll turn it down a bit. But it's super cold in here. So I'm going to put my heater on. I'm hoping that doesn't interfere too much and you can't hear too much of a buzz. But it is super cold. And I need to be warm. I like the warmth. I hate the cold. So yeah, sorry about if you pick up some whirring in the background. I'm bowing down to the funny trivia champion. That's great. Balto Rhodes paying respect where it's due. Rich Swann doing his dancing. I am not sure how I feel about the dancing. I feel like it should have ended after his WWE gimmick, but okay. I think he's a much more serious performer now, and I think the gimmick should change, but that's just me. And here we go. Good brothers out here. Gallows and Anderson. Probably the second big, I think if Cardona doesn't sign to Impact Wrestling after tonight, I think the Good Brothers will be they're the biggest signing they could have possibly got, I think, outside of Cardona. Karl getting a bit of a history from Gallows and Anderson from Matt Striker. Both of them now walking into the ring. The Clique is back together. The Bullet Club is back together in Impact Wrestling, which is a big deal. Big deal for Impact. This is huge. This is huge for Impact, right? Don't forget to like the video, guys, if you haven't liked already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But of course, most of you, all of you are here. You are hardened Hulkamaniacs, and I love you for it. Thank you so much. And now Callis. Callis out here kissing Kenny Omega's bum. It's even worse than Anthony. Anthony keeps kissing Kenny Omega's bum too. Hogan, Gotch, Flair all pale in comparison to Kenny Omega. The god of professional wrestling, Kenny Omega. Nice little intro from Callis, of course, the Jackal in WWF, leader of the Truth Commission, if anybody remembers that far back. Also in ECW for a time. This is definitely not as epic an entrance as we are used to from Kenny Omega, but it'll do. It'll do for now. I'm pretty sure Kenny's also had a match or two in Impact before. Wearing a Bullet Club tee as well. A lot of people dreamt of Kenny in WWE, but I'm pretty happy where he is now. I'm pretty happy that he's shining the spotlight back on to Impact Wrestling, that we are here watching him now. I don't think many people thought this would happen in 2021. There's very few and far between good stuff that's happened. So this is cool. This is cool. I'm okay with this. We're going to run through a quick review at the end of this as well. Run through a quick review because I'm tired. It has been a long night, but I have enjoyed. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed watching it. I've enjoyed watching this with you guys. I've enjoyed being here with you, spending time, hanging out, watching wrestling, doing what we do best. You know You know, it's all good. It's all good. Moo's best win as he used to play for the New England Patriots. He is not winning, dude. Definitely not winning, I don't think. Brian Hebner in the ring. Referee Brian Hebner. Oh, we're getting a power struggle. The commentator saying that Kenny Omega is here to prove that AEW is better than Impact, and I don't think that's this is at all. You know, Baltimore says enjoy your quick review. You're not sticking around, man. If you can, please do. If you're not, don't worry about it. Matt Striker now first saying that this is a collaboration between AEW and Impact. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. A spot first time. This is cool. Carl Anderson backing Chris Sabin into the turnbuckle. Sabin and Carl Anderson with a nice little armbar now. Moose on the outside there with Rich Swann. Is Sabin the only one without gold? He was a tag team champion, Jack. But yeah, I mean Moose's title isn't recognised. That's an old champion. That's an old championship that Moose holds, but he claims that he's the undisputed Impact champion. So yes, technically, the Sabin is the only one without gold, but Moose's title doesn't actually count. Sabin over the top of Machine Gun, slides underneath. Arm drag from Sabin. Nice little to and fro from Sabin and Karl Alexander. That would have met some cheers, some positive cheers from the crowd if there was a crowd. Doc Gallows now in with Sabin. Moose and Gallows now. So I think they're branding themselves as the Bullet Club properly now because Gallows is wearing Bullet Club gear. Kenny is, of course. So I guess this is the return of the Bullet Club in an American arena. Big shot from Doc Gallows. I think that was the fingers from Gallows. Gallows feeling motivated. Moose is confident. Moose looks confident here. Do you think AEW will go for ROH next? I don't know. I would love that, man. There's a lot of great talent. I've been watching a lot of AEW recently. A lot of really cool talent that I like in AEW. Sorry, in Ring of Honor. So I'd be fine with that, yeah. Kenny Omega showcasing his, showing his Bullet Club top off. Kenny attacking, knocking everybody down, and the Good Brothers now in to attack Rich Swann. Kenny Omega now with Rich Swann. Kenny choking Rich. Kenny's a heel's fantastic here. Do you watch Ring of Honor? Yes, I haven't been able to watch proper long matches, but I do watch the highlights on the Ring of Honor channel. I'm a big fan of Vincent's work at the moment. Matt Taven's great. Of course, Mike Kanellis, since he came back, I'm a big fan of his. The first Ring of Honor match I ever watched was with Punishment Martinez, who is, of course, the Archer of Infamy now in NXT. Damian Priest. Where is Ant? I am sorry, Ivan. Ant is ill. He's got a headache, mate. So you just got me tonight. Moose coming in with a big punch to Karl Anderson. Moose raising up Anderson. Double drop kicks from Rich Swann and Sabin. That's cool. Done more double drop kicks on Karl Anderson. Moose with a lovely standing moonsault. Ant said he will be here. Yes, he will be. He's been in the comments, dude. But he's got a headache, so he can't be here on the screen. He was in the comments for a bit though. But it's good to have you here, Ivan. Thanks for being here, dude. Machine Gun Karl Anderson now with Sabin. Machine Gun with big punches now. Gallows punching, taking down Sabin. Choking. Kenny Omega choking Sabin. The heels now. The heel Bullet Club. Heel Bullet Club. This is really cool. Good heel work from these guys. Attacking the sort of proper faces. I'm not sure. Moose is a bit of a tweener today in this match, in this context. But yeah, you know, legitimately, you know, a cool match. Still a cool match, even though Shelley isn't in. Let's go, Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, unfortunately, Ivan, Shelley is out. Shelley's out of this match now. You got Moose to replace him. I think Shelley must have got COVID, or there was some reason he couldn't do the match. So yeah, so we're getting Moose, Sabin from the Motor City Machine Guns, and Rich Swann. You've got Machine Gun now. Machine Gun Karl Anderson with a sleeper hold, a head crank on Chris Sabin, guys. This is cool. Like I say, we've seen some good stuff tonight. Matt Cardona has debuted for Impact potentially. So the old Zack Ryder. So that was cool. That was a cool moment. Probably one of the bigger moments of the night. That triple threat was fantastic. Manik, Chris Bay, and Rohit Raju. That's my match of the night for sure. This is cool though. Sabin tagging in Rich Swann. Rich now ducking out of the way of Kenny. Kenny counters. Rich counters Kenny. Kenny with a Rich with a super kick and a brilliant Hurricane Rana with Kenny now landing on Karl Anderson. Moose taking out Gallows. I think we got a good 20 minutes left of this, guys. Sabin. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, Sabin lifts Rich Swann into a DDT. And again, the same now to Karl Anderson. So first off to Kenny, then to Anderson. Nice moment. You miss AEW, Dom. Darby beat Cage. Yeah, I haven't seen the full match, but I heard about it, dude. Yeah, unfortunately, I work during the week, so that's why Anthony does a lot of the streams. Anthony's furloughed because of COVID, so unfortunately, I can't do a lot of streams during the week. But AEW look great. I'm going to look up that Darby Cage match soon, guys. Brilliant work there. So Rich Swann with a big plancher on Kenny Omega there. Now Kenny Omega down in the ring with Rich Swann. Dom, what is the robot behind? That is a robot that was gifted to me by a friend. It is a toy robot. And below him is a tiny fiend. Welcome, of course, Ivan, to my kitchen, the wrestling kitchen. And thank you for being a part of the Holomaniacs, dude. Now Karl Anderson with Rich Swann, big slam. Looking overconfident is now Karl Anderson. Wow, Matt Striker bringing up Kota Ibushi, saying that it would be wonderful to have champions from all over the world competing here on Impact. Well, that is a bold statement, and maybe we could see it this year. The resurgence, the true resurgence of Impact Wrestling with guys like Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega. Guess what? I'm not a robot. You are not a robot, but you are behind me. You are like behind every half-decent Dom is an incredible Jack. That's cool. Where's the sign? The sign is upstairs. We're in the wrestling kitchen, man. So I keep the kitchen in the background, but the wrestling spare room has the sign in it. The wrestling spare room, when I do the stuff in the spare room upstairs, I have the sign for you. Anna is in Dom's house hiding. Unfortunately not. We are socially distancing. We are keeping each other safe, which is why for the last 6 months, even though we live 10 minutes away from each other in a car, we keep each other safe. Kenny Omega now with Doc Gallows on his back, and now Karl Anderson jumped on the back of Doc Gallows, who was on Kenny Omega, for a triple splash. Kenny now in, Rich Swann down in the middle of the ring, guys. So Kenny Omega now got the ankle of Swann. Swann trying to counter. Kenny Omega confidently slapping Rich Swann. But Rich flips out. Brilliant work from Rich Swann there. Very impressive. Tag to Moose. Moose with a pounce to Omega. Big Uranagi to Ken Anderson. Big headbutt. What good work from Moose. This is brilliant. Moose with a lovely elbow to Doc Gallows. Drop kick to Kenny Omega. Wow, what amazing work. Amazing work from Moose. Lovely drop kick. The agility of Moose, very impressive here. Moose now mocking Kenny Omega with the machine, with the gunshot. Wow. Discus clothesline, maybe a tribute to Brody. 1, 2. Kick out from Kenny. Moose can't believe it. Moose tags in Sabin. Sabin with Rich Swann. Sabin whips in Moose to Kenny, and Kenny ducks out of the way of Sabin. Kenny gets an elbow. Big kick from Karl Anderson, and Doc Gallows with the splash into the neck breaker, triple neck breaker. Brody Lee, I know it was the discus clothesline there from Moose. I saw Rich Swann in 205 Live. When I think of the sparkling water bubbly, I think of Chris Jericho drink. Yeah, absolutely, mate. 1, 2, big, a bomb from Kenny, but I missed what it was. But a pin on Sabin, but Sabin kicked out. I like Kenny's attire. Looks great. Going for the machine gun shot. Oh, he went for the knee, but Moose broke it up. Gallows with a super kick to Moose. Sabin with a drop kick to Gallows. Really nice chain of events here. Machine gun with an elbow to Sabin and a cutter. Oh, a cutter on Swann, but countered by Rich Swann. That was wicked. And a V trigger from Omega to Swann. Brilliant work from these guys. What a great chain of events. What a fantastic chain of events. Still wouldn't say this is my match of the night, but it's definitely my second favourite now, followed by the hardcore match, the barbed wire match. Wow. C4 Spanish fly from Moose. What amazing agility. Sabin now. Oh man, Sabin nearly got the pin on Omega, but Karl Anderson broke it up. Brilliant action, guys. Fantastic action here. That Spanish fly from Moose may well be my new moment of the night. That was brilliant. Brilliant stuff. The kick out, the counter from Rich Swann to the cutter from Anderson was great too. Kenny's tags into Gallows. What a kick to Sabin. Big kick. Like a Black Mass type kick from Gallows. Doc Gallows. Was that a magic killer? Oh, no, it wasn't it. I don't think it was the magic killer. So Sabin managed to kick out, but it was great. It was like a shotgun drop kick type thing by Anderson. Oh, we're now setting up for a magic killer. Oh no, Sabin breaks it up. Sabin with a really cool kick to Anderson, while Gallows gets a DDT. Swann's hand is outstretched. Sabin gets a tag in. Omega gets a tag in. Two world champions, two different brands now, fighting for supremacy. Brilliant work from both of these guys. Ooh, what a suplex from Omega. And 1, 2, and oh, that's brilliant. Moose managed to break the fall up. Got a sort of a pile driver. Kenny Omega got a pile driver on Swann, but he kicked out. Now you've got Moose outside with Gallows. Kenny Omega setting up Swann at the turnbuckle. Kenny now on the top. Swann trying to counter out of it, guys. Kenny now getting countered by Swann. Moose is now in. Moose setting up Kenny Omega. Moose is on. Kenny was on Moose's shoulders. Oh man, Kenny sent Moose into Swann. He was going for the one-winged angel. Moose now setting up Omega, and a wonderful clothesline domination. The Doomsday 1, 2, kick out. Doomsday device from Moose and Swann. That was a cool moment between the two. But Omega kicked out, guys. Big punch from Swann. Another big punch. Another big punch. Backhand. Swann with some amazing hits here. Ducks the kick. Omega ducks the kick. Big knee. Big knee. Are we getting the one-winged angel? Are we getting the one-winged angel? Oh no, Swann countered. Oh, reverse Hurricane Rana. Brilliant stuff. Big kick from Swann. Another kick from Swann. Oh. Oh, Omega kicked out of Swann's finisher. That's a foregone conclusion now that Omega's winning this. What a battle though. Really, really pushing Rich Swann. Really, really helping Rich Swann to develop. Omega playing possum. Yeah, Omega playing possum. Landing on his feet is Swann. He could have really hurt his ankle there. That was great. Magic killer. Magic killer to Swann. Sabin came out. 1, 2. Oh, Moose manages to break it up. Wow, this is going really... This is great. What a main event now. There's a Moose now fighting Omega. Omega with a knee to Moose. Moose fighting up against it, grabbing the hair of Omega. Big punches. Big punches now. Oh, Omega with a huge knee. A second big knee. Now Gallows. Gallows taking out Moose, and Omega with a huge knee. And that is going to set up for the one-winged angel. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega has pinned the Impact Wrestling World Champion, guys. Hey Dom, if you guys get to 600 subscribers, you have to eat Chick-fil-A. I don't know what that is, but we're going to do a video, and then we're going to do 1,000. We're going to do a 24-hour stream when we get to 1,000. Kenny Omega looks like he's crying, but he's super happy. The Bullet Club is they're looking super confident now. Everybody's got gold. Impact Tag Champions. Kenny Omega's with the title. Rich Swann put on a great match there. Fantastic match there. Hopefully we see Rich Swann in AEW. Moose in AEW even, I'd love to see. This was great. Really, really good match. Really, really fantastic. It's fast food. Oh, cool. Well, happy to eat it. Happy to eat it. We got 8 minutes left here. Are we going to see something? Are we going to see anything? Or are we just going to get a Bullet Club leaving? That was great, guys. Fantastic stuff. Thank you for joining me as well. That was brilliant. What a great match. What a great match from Impact. From particularly Rich Swann and Moose. But obviously a great showcase for Kenny Omega. Everything is a great showcase for Kenny Omega. And Gallows and Anderson doing really well as well. That's it. That's it. The Bullet Club going up the ramp. And that's that, guys. All right. We'll see if we can smash through a quick review in the next 5 minutes. I really enjoyed that, guys. I'll get through my moment of the night really quickly. And I'll also give my grade. So my grade was 7 out of 10 for that. Match of the night was the triple threat. Rohit versus Manik versus Chris Bay. Second favourite was the main event. Third was the Barbed Wire Massacre. The pre-show I missed, which was Josh Alexander versus Brian Myers. Josh Alexander from the North. Straightforward match. Brian Myers gets in there, gets a win. Sort of working as a cerebral, thought-provoking heel, doing some good work. Hopefully, we see Brian Myers do some work with Matt Cardona now that he's in Impact Wrestling. Spoiler alert. It was really. I'm just going to pause the stream that I have. It's crazy. Stephen Rosemary versus Caleb and Neil Dashwood was added in. it was some really good work from Caleb and Dashwood in terms of character work. Crazy Steve put on a decent match. It was always nice to see him. They overdo the goth thing and the creepy weird thing, but it was nice to see the sort of, because I guess Decay was a big deal and Impact at one time, and those two, Rosemary and Crazy Steve, were a huge part of that, so it's good to see them back. Let's see let's see what they do with Tennille Dashwood here, because like I say, she's done some incredible work recently, and I feel like she deserves better booking. But I was happy to see Crazy Steve and Rosemary pick up the win here with sort of the double green mist thing, which is obviously a very kind of kind of weird, creepy trait with people, the green mist and the spitting. But it's worked for Tajiri and other kind of out there performers, and I think it worked here decent enough. Old school rules: Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, and Jake versus Violent by Design. Violent by Design, the new Eric Young faction. Pretty decent overall. Really physical battle that sort of doesn't overshadow the Barbed Wire Massacre match that comes up. It sort of really put over the Violent by Design faction. Dreamer and Rhino have a lot of sort of credibility with hardcore wrestling, and they bought that here. Lots of good chair work and work with sort of trays and whatever they could find. Like I say, you might not dig Dreamer and Rhino at the moment, particularly Dreamer with his man bun, but he does great work, and he's had some good spots in AEW. He's been in every major promotion in one form or another, so you gotta work with him. He's a good name to have in every pay-per-view as far as I'm concerned. Jake manages to take the pin here, which I'm not sure, because it doesn't make Jake look particularly good as he furthers his feud with Deonna, his former tag team partner. Jake did take the pin. Probably should have been Dreamer or Rhino. Like I say, Jake kind of lost momentum as a result of this loss, as he has been really heavily feuding with VBD. Doering looked fantastic here. Really interested in Doering's work. Not really seen him before. He looked unstoppable. He shook off some heavy chair shots from Dreamer, and he was the real A+ player here in this one. A Violent by Design win after wait a second, I've lost my train of thought. Eric Young hits Jake with the mask, and then the pinfall is scored on Jake. There we go. Got there eventually. Knockouts Tag Team Championship match for the vacant Tag Team Championships. Nevaeh and Havok, who we interviewed the other week, versus Fire and Flavor. Tasha, Steelz, Kiera, Hogan. Really cool sort of character work by Havok and Nevaeh. 17-year veterans now, doing some really good stuff. Real energetic match. Real powerhouse work from Havok particularly. Very impressive. Havok's like a better version of what Nia Jax is. Nevaeh is much more technical. Fire and Flavor are really cool, sort of dynamic, very fast paced. Steelz and Hogan sort of work as the sort of future of the division at the moment. I knew it was the right call. I thought it was the right call, even though I do like Havok and Nevaeh. But they overcame the odds against the much bigger Havok and Nevaeh, who's obviously very, very technical, to get the win here. They got it was Hogan got the Fisherwoman neckbreaker on Nevaeh to win the titles. It was good. Gail, Kim, and Madison Rayne came to present the new championships, as sort of a passing of the torch moment, and it was overall a really good match. Ace Austin wanted some competition next. He came out asking to be involved in the next. To be added to the X Division Championship match, making it a fatal four-way. But Scott D'Amore, the general manager of Impact, introduced Matt Cardona, of course, the former Zack Ryder. Apparently, he now signed to Impact Wrestling. I know he appeared on AEW, but didn't officially sign. But anyway, Cardona dominates Austin. But then Madman Fulton, of course, Austin, his kind of lackey, got involved and cost cost Cardona. Well, it didn't cost Cardona the match because Cardona won with a disqualification. Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal for name, as far as a name performer. He's a prominent name in the industry because of his podcast and YouTube and stuff. He's beloved by fans, so it was a big deal. To have him in there, so really good. He could Cardona if he's a big, if he's signed, which would be great for Impact if he is. It'd be a good feud for Ace Austin to go into. You get the Triple Threat X Division Tag Team Championship match. Now, this is my match of the night. If I wanted you to go back and watch any match tonight, it would be this, just packed full of spots. Really fantastic, really strong. Both of these guys, all three of these guys have worked really well together. They know each other inside and out. Really clever work from both, from particularly Manik and Rohit Raju. Bay, is probably my standout performer. Didn't factor in as much as the latter and the former in Rohit and Manik, but he certainly took a back seat. But Chris Bay, the sky's the limit for him for 100%. But Manik TJP, who is under the mask, was absolutely fantastic here. My performer of the night. Kenny Omega was a close second, or maybe Rich Swann, but Manik did fantastic work. They helped glue the match together. It was brilliant. It was the best match that any of these guys have had, as far as I'm concerned, for a long time. And these guys were fantastic. They were brilliant, and just top quality work from Manik. Really clever dynamics between them all, trying to one up each other, trying to outsmart each other. So just beautiful stuff. Definitely go back and watch that. Next you have the Knockouts Championship match, Taya Valkyrie versus Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo is getting really good. She's getting better. She's only 26, so she's gonna have a great career in front of her. Maybe she'll go back to WWE, maybe she'll have a stint in AEW, but certainly for Impact, a really good get for them when she left NXT. And she's done fantastically well. Of course, you can hear an interview with Anthony and Deonna on the channel as well. Valkyrie, of course, is an former Impact, Knockouts champion. In fact, the longest reigning Knockouts champion in history. Purrazzo, on the whole, though, even though Valkyrie did a power game, it was good, but Deonna Purrazzo's technical work, very much like Pete Dunne. I liken her to Pete Dunne in the way she manipulates her. Just fantastic. Just that arm breaker that she uses with both arms. It's probably the most painful submission move in terms of aesthetics, in terms of what I look at, that I've seen in a long time. Just really painful, and definitely a brilliant finish. You had next up you had the Karate Man and Ethan Page. It was just fun because it's the same guy. He's filmed, Ethan Page has filmed all this. Obviously, you can see him on YouTube. He films all his own stuff, and it was just fun, just silly, just silly. It was like a Mortal Kombat or Tekken type video game with different backgrounds. It was like Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai and Mortal Kombat are going to be movies soon. And it was, I think this works in terms of a pop culture reference. Referencing Cobra Kai, referencing Mortal Kombat. It was like playing a Mortal Kombat game. It was like watching a Cobra Kai episode. It was silly fun, and it worked. It was a nice break in pace, a little bit of denouement, as Jack will know the phrase. A little bit of break in pace. It was fun, really good fun, and it was cool. I enjoyed that. It was really silly fun. Next we have the hardcore wrestling match, a death match almost on Impact Wrestling. And I don't see death matches a lot on mainstream wrestling shows, but Eddie Edwards and Callihan did a fantastic job here. Beautiful. It was next level work. For you've seen these guys a lot, fight a lot, and this was next level. This was brilliant stuff from both of them. They were both hardcore. They both took it to next level. Barbed wire, tables, just brilliant. Just brilliant. You know, like I said, they did great work. Lots of high spots, lots of really heavy hardcore stuff. Just blood everywhere. You know, Eddie Edwards got the win, which I was surprised about, with a kind of a Emerald Fusion move, which was beautiful to see. Excuse me. I've just been talking for so long. Gotta hydrate. The Emerald Fusion was great to finish off Eddie Edwards after he kicked out one of a Boston knee pie. There was a nice little nod to Cactus Jack in the middle of it with a cactus elbow from Callihan as well. Just really quality work. I was dead pleased with this. It was my third favourite match of the night. On the whole, two great hardcore wrestlers. Excuse me, I've just got a stitch in my back. Sorry, that's why I sort of went for the high pitch there. And yeah, two modern hardcore wrestlers. You know, the two most recognised modern hardcore wrestlers that are still going regularly. Eddie Edwards and Callihan. It was brutal, and it was done very, very well, I think. The main event now, Kenny Omega, Chris Sabin and Moose versus the Bullet Club. You had Anderson, Gallows, and Kenny Omega. Rich Swann, Moose, and Sabin. This was really good to put over Rich Swann. Really worked to put over Rich Swann. Kenny Omega worked as a sort of consummate heel against the Impact faces. This was turned into a battle of Impact versus AEW, and it was really well done. You almost thought Moose and Swann were gonna take it for the team. Excuse me, Sabin really took a back seat here. Moose was great. Moose has come on leaps and bounds. I'm really into Moose now, and I'm getting back into Swann as well. I hope that both of those guys show up on AEW at some point to maybe challenge the tag team champions. Maybe they could challenge the tag team champions. That'd be pretty cool, actually, challenging for the Impact Championships on AEW or something like that nature. Even having Rich Swann challenge Omega for the AEW Championship or something. You know, it would be really cool if he shows up on AEW. But yeah, really good showcase for Swann. Really great work from Omega as the sort of consummate heel. Gallows and Anderson is the perfect backdrop, the powerhouses. You know, really good work between Doc Gallows and Moose, particularly as the sort of big hosses of the match. Sabin was good too. Lots of good sort of tag team spots, as he's well known, of course, as part of the Motor City Machine Guns. Really good tag team spots between him and Rich Swann particularly. But yeah, Kenny Omega gets the win after Swann hits his finisher, the sort of 450, but Kenny Omega kicks out. Kenny Omega eventually gets the one-winged angel, and of course nobody kicks out until maybe Hangman Page. Nobody kicks out of the one-winged angel. And we got the Bullet Club win. They headed up the ramp, and that was that, guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. Let's do some comments. Great match, said Crazy Ginger. Dom is vegan. I am not vegan, actually. Love the Bullet Club share. Yeah, Jake, I did. I got the Young Bucks book. Did you? Was it good, Ivan? He says, later, Dom. Later, dude. Bus idling outside Dom's domicile. Bay is great. Yes, he is, Jake. Great review, says Baltaros. Eddie versus Sami is my match of the night. That's good, guys. Cool. Cool beans. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for your support. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow to watch Brody Lee versus John Moxley from 2011 CZW at about 10:30 or 11 p.m. So get back and watch that with me. Anthony will be taking over from me for Raw because I'm going to the doctors, and then he will be doing AEW with you on Wednesday, NXT UK with you Thursday, and SmackDown with you Friday. I might join him for SmackDown, actually. I feel like I should probably do something next week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting. If you're coming back to this and watching later, please like the video. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel. Thank you, of course, to everybody that is always a part of our streams. The Hulkamaniacs, you guys are wonderful. I have been Dom. This is my wrestling kitchen. Thank you so much for tuning into Impact Wrestling. I'm going to sign us out now. I will see you tomorrow night. So yeah, take it easy, guys. I'm going to count us down. Ready? Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah!